please, I know you're under a lot of pressure, but this is serious. We need to redouble all efforts to contact them. We need to contact them immediately. The Pikachu Death Squads are on massive patrol. They are everywhere. The Totoro Walkers are bearing down on us, and the Domicon Dirigibles are overhead constantly. General, we need to find them. We've had word from one of the other outposts, and this is all they had to say.
Yo! And welcome to the Pod Topic Podcast. This is issue 27.
Season 2, motherfuckers! Get ready for some shit, right? Because we're leaving all that other bullshit behind.
Yeah,
right?
No more penises.
None more of that.
No more dick and fart jokes.
None more of that.
No more
Star Wars.
Incest or, like, Taz hurting himself or...
No. Do you know what it is? We've left it all behind. We're going professional as fuck. We have got ourselves a decorating table. And it's going to be professionalism all here on out. It is nothing but the highest grade satire. Get ready, because here comes season 2, motherfuckers!
Bullshit. We're going to be the same as ever.
Absolutely.
I like Waynes. So, you know.
I'm so
Let's
glad.
continue those Wayne jokes.
I'm so glad we've got that recorded. I'm to such good effect at the end of the show. I am your host, Tom, and to my left we have our host, we have Beth.
Oh, I had something for that. Never mind. Starting me to go on.
Taryn.
Fried chicken!
We have Greg.
Wayne.
We have Eddie.
If you'd like to be like me, walk around with a big beard listening to the Eels and not giving a fuck.
And then we have Rita, who's just going to sit there in the corner, I presume. There we go.
Potato.
We have it's our first audience of the nudio.
The nudio.
I suppose it is.
Yeah. We're still not fully set up yet. We are, as said, we are kind of, well, part of the setup is an old decorating table.
Yeah, that was at your wedding, Beth.
And to its credit, has been painted
Was there
entirely
decorating
black.
going on at my wedding? Was there an arts and crafts section I was not party to?
I took down your fucking marquee with the biggest hangover of my life. Yes, there was some decorating going on.
Yes, there was at least there was a certain biological sort of decoration going on.
Oh yeah, no one ever gets laid at weddings. That's a story for another topic. On this podcast, we have two pots. We have the pot from community, where I'm going to take a breath in, and then we have one from the hosts. We fill them full of topics and pull them out at random and talk about them for 2 hours.
Yeah,
So stick with us.
And
but first,
we're going to have some whiskey. So,
fuck yeah, Greg.
Yeah.
You bought the whiskey. Would you care to tell us about it?
I thought this whiskey was interesting because it doesn't have a little nipple in the bottom.
No, it doesn't have a nipple in the bottom because you have the nipple in the bottom so that you can pour it.
mean an indentation in the bottom of the bottle.
Nipple.
I like nipple.
Okay.
It's good.
This is going to be the...
I like wang. I like nipple. Season 2, motherfuckers.
Give a nickel.
Well, this new topic's whiskey is Aberlour. It is a nice brown, creamy, coloury,
Colour.
and I'm going to just really enjoy it.
Whiskey colours.
That'll do.
10-year-old.
Have we had the Abelard on before?
I think we may have had one before.
Ooh!
In fact, yes, because there's a pot of it there.
Yeah. But that,
Yeah, that's a 12-year-old.
But this
That's
is
the
a 12.
12-year, and that was also a litre. This is the 10, and is not. So
It's come from a sherry oak cask.
I think this one does too.
let's find out.
We'll see.
Is that how you do with dead air? You just bring in a horse.
Here we go. Let's pop it.
Hey! Classic.
Absolutely, Greg. I shall pour things out. First goes into my see-through teacup. Lovely, lovely, lovely,
So
lovely.
what
lovely,
pot should we start with? Should we start with the community or the top hosts?
Well, we talk about shit
talk
that's been
about
going on
shit
for the week.
You know what?
That was going so smooth.
It was going so smooth. You should never invite me again. I do apologise. Carry on, Tom.
Well, what have you done since you interrupted? I've got a list. Have you got a list?
No.
Oh, prep work.
Well, I wrote more topics for the pots.
No, you did.
So we were just discussing what we've been doing recently. So our birthday, our very first Pot Topic podcast was recorded on my husband Hal's birthday party.
It was.
So we've just had another birthday party. He has one every year. What a greedy
Greedy
sod.
cunt.
How fucking egregious!
I know. Even if he doesn't need one, he has one.
So unnecessarily ostentatious. I love it.
So we had an amazing
It's
party.
his birthday.
It's still his birthday because it's still February/2016. So yeah, we had a lovely party which many of you came to. Many of you didn't. You were sorely missed, but there will always be more parties.
If there's one thing I've learned with this group of friends,
Yes.
there will always be more parties.
Although not
Yeah.
many more for Hal.
Easy.
On his way to the grave.
He's just leading all of us 2 by 2. Hurrah!
I'm older than Hal.
You've just put yourself straight in the firing line, mate. So yeah, we've just had that birthday party. There were many, many people in our flat, and it was absolutely lovely. We had our parents as well, and my mum made absolutely whopper of a birthday cake yet again.
And she bought
always
Peppa
does.
Pigs.
And she bought Peppa Pigs. Always Peppa Pigs in my
mum
birthday
She always
parties.
brings Peppa Pigs.
Linda, you rock.
Yeah, she does rock. But we had like the full. Yeah, I had a lovely time.
My problem with that party was they were my lift home because I didn't want to stay because I had work the next day and I
Yeah.
needed to be sensible. So I was like, oh, my parents will be leaving relatively early. They'll get me back at a good time.
They never want to leave though. Well, Mum never wants to
said,
leave.
oh shit, we should probably leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, wankered.
And our dad had already been asleep in the car. So yeah, that happened. That birthday happened, and you know what? I think I've had a party every weekend since, which I can't really complain about. No, it's not ouch. It's lovely, and thankfully my body has treated me okay because I'm not yet 30. I think once I hit that milestone, my body might just collapse. But yeah, it's work parties, really. Responsible adult.
Yeah, that's
like a boss.
Leads me into one of my things that I've done this week, which is decide that I need to cut down drinking quite a bit.
Enjoying that whiskey?
No.
This is the first drink I've had in a couple of days because the idea of alcohol is turning my stomach a bit.
Is that even pushing it?
Yeah, it really is. I'll wait until I finish it and then I'll want 16.
When you say a
more.
couple of days, it's the first drink you've had in slightly under 48 hours.
Yeah. For me, that's good.
That is hella long.
This was always going to happen when Tom and Taz moved together.
Yeah, this is it. Rita explained this to me. We just had a nice little walk and explained it to me perfectly. It's because I associate your faces
Yeah.
with party time.
Yeah.
And now I live with you. I see your face and I go, oh, Taryn, do you want a drink? Do you want a drink, Taryn?
Like the trick is, I mean, the way I go about life these days is if there's nothing to drink, I'm pretty much I'm okay not drinking. It's barely a concern.
So you're saying if you have it around you, there's a temptation to do it. But if you just don't have... It's a bit like that. I work in an office, and if I don't have crap around... If I make sure that I've bought tons of food and spent so much money on having good things around me, I won't go outside and buy crap.
Yes.
Because you're there. You're like...
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
anything, you're
You're
too
sorted.
lazy to go out to buy crap. So you eat all the good stuff.
The only, like, one of the few exceptions I found to this rule is vodka. And the reason vodka works is because you tend to keep it in the freezer.
Yeah.
So it's
so
outside.
You've always got some
absolutely out of
ready,
mind.
yeah.
Whereas everything else is either in the fridge or on the side.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So it's just really easy to fall back into those habits of going, oh, I'll come home and do some cooking. Oh, what's that? That's a litre of JD Busty!
So, like, tonight I can actually enjoy myself and have a drink, but I'm not drinking
No.
during the week anymore.
No.
It's not enjoyable. It's not
I'm too
enjoyable.
old for that shit now.
Tom, with like, especially the two of us living together, we know what we're like together.
There's a reason why we've both been borderline alcoholics in our life.
Yes.
And we've had to do that and just step away for a bit.
I support this.
Just
Chin
come to
chin.
the dark side and be a binge drinker like we are.
Well, that's the problem. My binge drinking was daily.
That's not that's alcoholism.
No,
Alcoholism.
me and Taryn last week, I bought a bottle of vodka, and then it sort of got 3/4 of the way down because I was having a drink with two other housemates, and then on his way home, I texted Taryn
you went and bought
said-
another bottle of vodka.
I went and bought a bottle of vodka.
And then I called you guys up. He goes, is Beth still there? Yeah, she's still here. So, do you guys need anything from the shops? And
Vodka.
like, just Tom in the background went, bottle of vodka. And Beth went, oh no, we've just bought another bottle of vodka. So,
That's-
well, no, fuck it. Tom's asked for a bottle of vodka. I'm blatantly
Yeah.
going to buy some vodka.
Because bros.
Cause bros.
Because bros. So we
Bros
had
before livers.
Three bottles. Practically 3 bottles of vodka by the time we finished that night, and I felt like shit. Then, yeah, a couple of days ago, I bought like 1.5 litre bottle of vodka, thinking that'll last a week, and drank half of it.
See, it makes good economical sense, but
No, because I've got access
No,
to
it
it.
doesn't.
then.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's not
But
good.
that was quite nice having those 2 bottles of vodka on a school night because I went home on the DLR and made friends whilst pretending to have a roller coaster at the front. They were absolutely lovely. And then they sounded like, oh crap, it's our stop. And then they left. And all of this merriment I'd had
just dissolved.
had just dissolved in about 2 seconds. I was like, oh.
Oh, that's like that was like living at the sawmill.
That is good
Yeah.
whiskey.
Everyone leaves at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You cut down and drink. Oh, fucking alcohol.
You can enjoy it. This is a sipping, I'm guessing. This is not a chug, it's a sip.
Oh no, absolutely. As it is with most whiskies, this one is also quite a particularly sippy whiskey. But there's no rules on how quick you have your sips. Is the problem?
That's the
That's
problem.
true.
Society has not dictated it, at least to us.
No.
Yeah.
We missed that day at school. Cool. So yeah, since last recording, obviously we did the little bits and pieces for the anniversary episode, which I still haven't listened to. I've listened to.
Oh, it's
most
really
of it.
nice.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I bet.
My rushed editing, I only did 3 major errors in it. So
There was
look
one
out
of
for them, listeners.
There was one of the first
Ooh.
clips
Right in with all
that,
3, I'll give you a prize.
well, there was one of the clips where it goes on to start a new topic and then it just cuts off.
Yeah, that's one of them.
I thought that was more fun. I was like, oh, we continue. Oh, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Al just keeps talking and then it cuts. It's like, shit, I've got to delete
Punkcast.
that. Yeah,
Punkcast.
Punkcast, motherfucker.
Other than that, a couple of days ago. Oh no, before that, community member Chris, How It's the Bug.
Yeah.
Me and him have a little thing in the works. We're doing a him and PTP crossover where we're doing a let's play.
Do you want to talk about what you're let's
Exciting.
playing?
I mean, do you know what? By the time this comes out, maybe there'll be some shape, some sign of it. But
Wicked.
as he puts it out, I'll be posting it on the Facebook page and whatnot. But yeah, we're let's playing Undertale,
Hey.
which
One
I've
of the
seen.
biggest games of last year.
Yeah,
Most people
absolutely.
can't
It made huge amounts of top 10 lists.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
It is
platform?
wicked.
PC. isn't
PC.
it? Yeah, I think it's on everything now.
Yeah,
actually, isn't it?
probably. But it's like little 2D RPG thing. But one of the cruxes of it is I've since learned that you can do it without killing a single thing.
Yep. You're a human in a monster's world. There has been a war that's gone on between monsters and humans in the past.
I won't.
The backstory.
I won't tell you how things have progressed with me and Chris.
You're very, very short way into it as well.
Yes, absolutely. I know we got maybe about 2.5 hours in.
You're a very short way into it, really.
So
Wicked.
just a tip then.
Just the tip.
That's a progression.
Just
in
a
their
how it's a
friendship.
bug tip.
So
How
yeah,
it's a tip.
Yeah, look out for that. That should be cool. And then other than that, a couple of days ago, as I've been saying for months, kind of knowing I was going to be moving here, like we live really close to a swimming pool, so I decided to go check it out as a form of exercise because like anything else cardio will fuck with my back. Swimming does too, but to a lesser extent. So I'm going to go with it. First day, I managed to swim. I don't know. I suppose about half a mile over the course of a long time.
Nice.
And I was really tired and it was rubbish. Today, went back again, I did like more than that in less time. And the only reason, and I could have done more, the only reason I stopped is because my shoulders started going, yeah, I mean, you bitch. And then things started cramping. So, but I think like the main lesson I've taken from it is I need to learn how to swim.
Yeah, I think swimming is pretty amazing. It seems to, when you're there, it kind of works you everything out there.
It's just,
You know what I'm saying?
like, you look, I mean, I thought I've always been okay with swimming. Like, I can be in the water and not drown. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's kind of most bases covered.
Yeah.
But, like, when you go to, like, a swimming pool to do lengths and stuff, and you look there, and there are people who do it, like, also properly. Like, they do the front crawl, and there's no splashing whatsoever, and their face spends most of the time below the water, and then when they come up for the air, they're not just going, and then
Yeah,
going
but you
on.
should never compare yourself to someone else in your gym or your
No,
pool
I'm
or-
just like really interested in it because like when I swim, it's kind of imperative that like my face doesn't go below the water. But apparently, like when you swim, most of the time your face is in drowning territory.
So what you're basically saying is that you wouldn't make a very good Mr. Tusk.
I would not make it. Oh, that's a good yes.
I'm getting good at these segues and pointing them out as well. Last night we watched Tusk
By Kevin Smith.
by Kevin Smith and
film.
Scott Mosier.
I don't know.
Schwarbuck is the producer, though,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
she? Okay. Yeah. So we watched that last night, which was very.
Wicked.
very
I really
fun.
enjoyed it.
I really love all of Kevin Smith's later films, but they all have the same feel to them, that it's all of the Kevin Smith build up, and then halfway through it just goes for pure action for the rest of the hour that it's got left, and I can't take the action for a whole hour. It's still very pretty, but
Have you seen Tusk?
I have seen Tusk.
Did you think that with Tusk? Because I mean,
Yeah.
I felt most of it. Like there was build up, and there's build up and build up.
It was great, but it was just a completely different feel.
Do you think? Because I think you did exactly the same thing you did with the whole thing all along, which he kind of like one half of it was like placing absurdity against the macabre, and just
which is
running
always
those two
fun.
things
Yeah.
constantly. And I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I
and
liked about it.
And the action, like what action there was very, very limited. There wasn't a lot of it whatsoever.
The one
That's
thing
also
that-
Michael Parks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
he's
what
amazing.
a performance! What a performance!
I love that man so much.
He is amazing.
Anyway,
I preferred him in
Red State?
Red State, so I had a complete mental blank then.
I prefer Red
good.
State, but that definitely is action for about an hour.
The one
Yes.
thing I
Yes.
really, really didn't like about Tusk, though, was the parallels it drew to my own personal life. Sitting around recording a shitty podcast.
I think that's why he did it.
Although, no, first of all, I drew those parallels. It's like, puerile humour on a microphone where you're being also awful because then I was telling you what to say. Oh, this is hitting way too home. They're making fun of this. They're making fun of this. No, they're not making fun of us. They have thousands of listeners. We're safe.
They're doing exactly the same. I mean,
For the
to
moment.
be fair, I watched Tusk because, number one, I knew it wasn't going to be as bad as everyone was saying it is, because people just love to have a go at him for no reason.
Yeah.
And number two, I really want to watch Yo-Go Hosers, and that's
Yeah.
a connected film.
Yeah.
No,
So-
no. It's not about yoga herders. Wait till Moose Jaws.
Oh, mate.
Moose Jaws is going to be amazing.
I am so waiting.
Rita, you look confused. To explain the plot of Moose Jaw, this is going to be a film that Kevin Smith's going to do. It's going to be... But have you seen Jaws? With the shark?
no.
She's not. Yes, you have. So basically, he's remaking the entire film, but instead of a shark, it's a moose.
It's a moose, eh?
Genius.
And it's going to be
Genius.
Jay and Bob.
Of course
Jane
it
Bob,
is.
and probably still with Johnny Depp in it.
No, it's not. It's going to be part of the Great White North
Yeah,
trilogy.
but Jay and Bob are in it.
Oh, are they?
Yup.
Wicked.
I have to say, that role as well was one of the few roles I didn't hate Johnny Depp.
It's
I
good.
like him when he's doing comedy.
Yeah, he's fantastic at comedy. That's why I think it doesn't work very often. He was doing. I preferred him in his earlier work, but now when he does serious stuff, it's like his comedy roles.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work.
That's
Have
the
you
problem.
seen Mordecai?
Oh, it's awful.
I tried. Oh my god! I watched half an hour of it because I thought I hate this so much, but I'll keep watching it because you can't judge it. Oh my god, I hated it so much.
No, it was awful.
It was awful.
I really wanted
It was
to like
terrible.
that, but it was awful.
yeah, I've not yet.
I think Eddie might have liked it by his face. You're allowed to like it.
I'm aware. It's alright.
Enough about films. Who's been up to what? Greg, what have you been up to, dude?
yes.
We haven't had you on the show for a while, sir.
We have managed to convince, against his better judgment, Tobias to move into our house.
This is Tobias, who was featured in one of our musical interludes.
Yeah.
I believe the song was Home. No, what's the
That
name of the song?
sounds similar.
I can't remember the name of the song.
You're going to have to
I
put it
think
in
it
a
might-
It's
little
about
robot
being
voice afterwards.
home. Oh, when he's stoned.
Yes. Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
I
Look
don't
him
remember
up.
the title of it, but
Tobias Court Music. Is that what you're looking for in Facebook?
yeah.
Yes. I
I've
believe
just-
it is now. Yeah.
I've just come to the realisation that I'm actually now going to be the old man in the house.
Lol.
Get used to that feeling, bitch. You're born the same year as me. I know exactly what that feels like.
No, I'm older than you.
Only just, isn't it?
A year.
What year are you born? 84. When?
May 1st.
Oh, he's
he's
like
just-
literally a year.
I'm literally
like-
a year.
He's done his
here.
research.
2 weeks or something. Yeah.
Yes, but other than that, I've been doing bubkiss.
Cool.
Oh, lovely.
Good to
Except
hear.
for partying and getting drunk and doing all of the naughty things that I always do.
But I can't really tell those stories because I can't remember them.
Yeah. There are a few times where, like, blackness and I wake up.
Dude, there's no
that is
party
so
without blackness.
nihilist. Oh my god. Ed, what have you been up to, dude? How's the radio play coming along?
It's coming well. We haven't spoken about this, have we?
Yes.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We spoke about it last issue. We were talking about things we were proud of.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that's
you
true.
mentioned it for a bit.
Cool. Yeah, it's coming. It's definitely coming. Spoiler, but I'm trying to work out what the turn of the century equivalent of a chav is. So I figured chavs are hoodies, so I'm thinking cloakies.
Hang on, turn of the century, would that not be like Oliver Twist time?
No, Conan Doyle.
Hang on, so you're going for turn of the century, not Victorian?
Yeah.
So you're going Edwardian. Okay, cool.
Conan
What are
Doyle.
it? I don't know, like a Peaky Blinder or something? I don't know. When were they?
No, I kind of like the idea of cloakies.
A cloaky.
Cloakies.
Yeah, they wouldn't be rich enough to have cloaks, though, would they?
Just shove a mod
Sackies.
right in the middle for no reason.
Mod. We are the mods.
That's sort of around the like Great Depression. So everyone would just be like poor.
And depressed.
I don't know. Why am I even asking myself? I know nothing about history. Hey, you back there! What happened? I don't know. Wicked.
I think that'd be quite cool for the research. You could go into some like when Heather goes into a research about she's doing her Edwardian style rogue that she's doing?
Victorian.
Oh, is it
Walking.
Victorian?
1983 walking costumes.
1983.
Oh, that's happening this weekend.
Yeah.
The problem is there are two schools of thought behind writing. One is to research the topic and then contextualise your feelings based on the facts,
My favourite is the way you do it.
which is to basically pull out my phone and write whatever warblings are in my head. And in my defence, they come out readable. And Tom, you've read the rough draft.
I'll be honest, I've read 2 lines and then had to get back to work.
Tom,
I
you've
need
read
to
2 lines of the rough draft.
However, we have had a discussion about what goes on and
Yes,
plot points.
I think
so
I've read you like.
Yes, you
at
have.
the time. What did you think?
it's going to be interesting.
It's gonna be fun.
really fun.
Can we do it drunk?
I think
I
that's
think it
mandatory.
might help. Yeah.
Oh, what, to record it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goodness
absolutely.
me.
Bearing in mind, Beth, our sweet little Bethy, has got to play some foul mouth oink.
Straw, I love.
There it is.
That would be fantastic. Thank you so much for getting your friends involved. That's really nice.
Yeah, and your husband will be being a. Basically,
His character better be called a bath knot.
no. His character is called Sir Hugh Hunting Them Balls the Third.
Yes, mate.
There we can kind of see where the humour's going to be in
Yes,
this radio.
basically, this is Dick and Ball jokes in very long words. Basically, I thought, what's in Hal's mind? And then, I've got parts for.
A thesaurus of puerile thought.
At the moment, I have
Next question.
I have parts for
Roger
Beth,
Profanosaurus,
Taz, Hal, and me. And as other pourings come out, I'm sure my friends will.
You're pouring
come
all
by.
over your friends.
I'm pouring all over my friends liberally. In fact, the next portion of my pourings are purely going to be dedicated towards Taz.
Oh.
I'm going to drench him in pourings, but it's going to be epic.
Wicked. Cool. Oh, so I mean, yeah, I know we said this before, but kind of pay attention to the plot topic this year because there should be a couple of radio play type things coming out. There's the stuff Ed's doing and the stuff I'm doing with my mate Jack, where I'm helping him rework a script that got turned down by BBC Three.
Ooh.
He lost out to 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps because he was too offensive. And to be honest, he was a little offensive. But you know, there's a way to construct offensive.
It's probably not that way anymore. Time has
Probably
moved
not.
on. That was in the 90s,
like,
wasn't it? So-
we're reworking it. It's getting good. So, like, look to that. That's
Exciting!
actually going to be co-production because he's going to be doing parts of it elsewhere as well. For
Sweet.
So,
And
yeah, look out.
And I think also this is the year that we take all those insane ideas we had to fill up other time on the podcast space.
We've put out a podcast every week for
No.
what now?
But like, you know, like we were talking about like other podcasts just to
Yeah,
assist
that's what I'm
brother and
talking
sister
about.
on. Like, I think we need to like every good like Smodcast ran for a year, then all hell broke loose. Like Nerdist ran for a year, went up to 4 episodes a week. Like Marin ran for a year and then got syndicated.
Thing is,
Mate,
these
I've
people
spent
are
this
paid.
whole week doing the fucking editing for one show.
No,
and had
dude.
no free time. I ain't doing that.
No, dude, I'm
Listeners,
saying.
I'm sorry. Fuck you.
No,
No more production talk on this show, though.
you're right. All it says is that I need to learn to do it properly.
And I need to learn to do it.
And I need to ask Beth a question.
PR.
Because when you left this place last time, I lent you a book, and I've been listening to an interview that was of this man who wrote the thing.
Garth Ennis.
Yes, with Scroobius Pip. I've
Yeah.
been listening to that today, and I
Love
need to know
Scroobius.
what you thought of The Boys, the first book.
You got my text. My angry, drunken text.
I was clearly drunken and angry as well, because I didn't remember that.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be the best review of this book. I read, I'd say about 5 pages, so not
And then a
actually
whole bunch
lot
of other
it.
people came on the DLR and you pretended to be on a roller coaster
Oh
together.
yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah.
found more other people more interesting. No, to be fair,
There you go, Garth.
no.
Fuck it.
I actually read it after these people had left. I read it on the tube after the DLR. But I don't know if it was Garth Ennis also doing it or if it was me projecting my previous comic/graphic novel experiences, but I thought that everyone had exactly the same voice.
Oh, God, no.
So everyone spoke in the same way that
Which
everyone
is
else
East
spoke.
London.
So I don't know. They just all seem to be speaking the same way that one person would. So I couldn't get into it. But I'm really drunk.
Yeah. Boshi, let's go on with the show.
Absolutely.
So,
Greg's got something for us.
Okay, so it's from one of our hosts, Ideal Burger.
From...
Taz.
There is no from. It just says
I
Ideal
know
Burger.
from Taz.
This is the first topic I put into the pot for almost a year.
Ideal Burger.
Ideal Burger.
I used to work for Hachet, a gourmet.
What the hell is Hachet?
As in steak hache.
It means chop.
Or it was a very, very underground way of getting weed in Camden, which you don't need to be underground.
Which it doesn't need to be underground at all.
I was only with the Bohemian dealers.
Hache.
Excuse me, I'd like some hash.
I think it was my first job in London was at this posh burger restaurant, and it was absolutely awesome. Everyone that worked there was awesome, and the
was a
burgers
nice little
were
place.
absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
I was a bit confused because you ordered them rare, medium, blah, 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 but they were still mincemeat. So it's not really.
You can't do that anymore.
No,
You can't. No, it's
no.
quite dangerous actually when you've got. Oh shit! Maybe I
Health
should
and
say
safety law, you can... Oh, fuck. You can, as long as you mince it on site. If it's one full muscle, because otherwise you don't know when it's been minced, if it had bacteria and...
Right. Okay. Can we cut that out? And because I was giving them praise
No.
earlier.
No cutting out.
Yeah,
Carry
okay.
on.
They used to, like, tap their fag ash into the ketchup as well, didn't they?
Bums. They just made the burgers with their bums. Bum burgers, that's what we called them. So they were really, really nice and posh. So I was completely spoiled with having all of the truffle oil and the fried eggs and the not hash browns, that's Sam's. Sam's burgers.
Oh, well, I mean, what I suppose would it be if you're going to do like a posh hash brown? It'd be, I don't know, a flat croquet.
No, a roti.
Croquette?
Potato rosti.
Rosti,
that's
there
the
we
word.
are.
Rosti.
I should know, I write off on our menus.
Rosti!
Rosti, bro.
Yeah, so Ideal Burgers.
I worked in a nightclub in Romford called Time and Envy, and I worked in the kitchen.
Poor you.
And no one ever ate anything other than chicken burger, mate.
Yeah.
So we had a whole stocked kitchen. So on occasion, me and my compadre Peter would, we were entitled to a lunch break, so we were allowed a burger. So we created what has become to be known as the Sloppy Ed.
I've met him.
You know it. He does a podcast with you.
He says to sit in a comfy chair and not move for about 3 hours.
And he seems to be, like, green around the gills. And kind of in a very, very zen state.
Yeah, the Sloppy Ed.
So it requires 2 burger baps because the grease just soaks up in one and destroys it.
A buffer bap.
Yeah. But the trick is that when it soaks it up, you then take it out and put it in the middle.
I like this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like this.
And basically we used everything. So it was like 2 quarter pounders with like sweet corn relish between the two.
Nice.
Gherkins, salad, lettuce, tomatoes, fried egg, pineapple, chicken burger.
This is a meal.
Right. Like, cross-hatch chips.
Oh, yeah. Like little
Yeah,
waffly
waffle
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So like layer, meat, layer.
Can we call them truffles?
Yes. And then basically barbecue sauce.
Yep.
Then basically you got halfway, put the grease soaked bap in the middle, then reverse the process backwards. Perfect symmetry. Now the trick is
How big are these people's mouths?
No,
No,
this is the best bit.
They were allowed 1 burger, so they made it abusively big as possible.
You take your hands and you assume a almost
Clap.
muscle man position, and then you push it together, and it condenses down into one mass of gorgeousness. And then every mouthful is literally that whole burger. So you can take the smallest mouthful, but you're getting all of that.
Wow.
Each mouthful is another polyp in your ass that's going to burst when you're trying to push that.
Of course, you're missing out the last vital step, which is as you're gearing up to take your first bite, your mate calls an ambulance.
Yes. Oh, I forgot the cheese. We put burger cheese slices every.
I love
single
that cheese, like
layer.
plastic cheese.
Sorry, I thought for a second there, I thought you said purgatory slices.
Yes. Slices of purgatory were inserted between each and every layer.
Mature purgatory.
Yes. But it was called the Sloppy Head, and like many happy nights were spent putting off a coronary.
Or adding to.
But the thing is, it all started over a conversation because there was a thing I had in a burger bar in Edinburgh for the festival called a stonner.
A stonner.
A stonner. And a stonner is like a
Heard that
dick.
word.
It's a Scottish slang for a dick.
Okay.
But it's also a pork sausage wrapped in doner meat, battered and deep fried.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
That
It
sounds
is just
amazing.
cholesterol. That's all
Oh,
it is.
doner meat is just rough.
But wrapped around a pork sausage and then battered and fried.
Oh my god, that's inspired me. What if you could have pigs in blankets as one of the layers?
Oh, you totally could. You put bacon
go.
in there easy.
Add it to
But
your
the thing is, according to Weight Watchers, I think it's something like 5 days worth of calories.
So like my
That'll do.
breakfast.
That's a good fourth meal for the day.
It's epic. And the thing is, I once got hammered with a bunch of like Edinburgh, like proper drunk hard butts. And like they were all like just knocking back scotch way more than I could actually handle. And I was really and you know when you've just blitzed on scotch and
No, don't know that feeling.
like infinite is just in front of you. Like the void is right there.
Spinning.
Like, you know that bit when you see Star Wars 3D and the Star Destroyer is just at your nose?
Fuck yeah, man.
That void is there.
Ah, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yes.
I'm going to eat this stonner.
But that stonner is like a beacon of light that brings you back. Because the fat just sucks all the alcohol out of your system. And then you drop a turd the next morning that like will drop through the floor, and like someone in Australia is getting knocked the fuck out.
Talking of Australia, Greg, you're Australian. What's your ideal burger?
Well,
Segue. That was the laziest segue.
it has to have egg on it.
Put an egg on
That's
it.
it.
Yes.
That's it.
No.
I don't care what it
If
is.
you love it,
but-
you must have
It's
put
going to have
egg
some
on it.
egg. It's going to have some beetroot.
Oh, okay.
It's
So you're
gonna-
going for more of a Kiwi thing. They like putting beetroot on their
No,
burgers, don't they?
Kiwi.
Is it an Australian thing?
It's an Australian.
Oh, I thought that was a Kiwi thing.
No.
Okay.
I bet the Kiwis invented it.
By the way, quick note. Thank you to our new contributor to our Pot Topic podcast community bin, Kiwi Dave.
Oh, yes,
There will be
Oh, yeah.
you put in a lot of topics this week. Well done, mate.
We shall be hearing from you shortly.
And thank you for listening. Go on.
Bah. Just,
Sorry.
just for those Kiwi sheep lovers.
So, thank you very much. Fuck you.
But yes, so it's going to have at least some peppers. It's going to
What
have
kind of
some-
peppers?
Oh, some green peppers. It's going to have none of that red peppers.
We're talking about salad peppers, not hot peppers.
No, we're talking salad peppers.
Okay,
So
cool.
capsicum.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's going to have some cheese.
Okay.
But preferably blue cheese.
Right.
Oh, definitely, mate. Yeah, blue
Definitely
cheese is
blue
on
cheese.
mine.
It's going to have some bacon
far,
on it.
all we got is like an egg salad sandwich with bacon.
Oh, no, it's going to... Yeah. Oh, it's going to have meat.
Well, yeah, like
Like
to it,
bacon.
Like-
And then it's going to have some, like, Wagyu beef.
Yeah, I was going to maybe
Yeah,
conclude that in mine.
Wagyu. But
Right.
proper Wagyu beef.
Right.
None of this, like, 25%.
You've never had proper Wagyu beef.
I have.
No one outside of Japan has ever had proper Wagyu or Kobe beef. It doesn't exist.
It does.
No, it doesn't. They don't export it. It's bullshit.
They do export it.
Lies or
export it.
delusionment. This is what it looks like. It's nice to see it from this side from once.
Yes, but
If you'd like to try one of these burgers, you can try one out. The Bell Inn in Godstone. It's just appeared on our new menu.
No, that's a percentage Wagyu beef.
Probably. It comes
But
in a
you-
flat pack.
Yeah. You can actually get Wagyu beef at
IKEA
the,
brand burgers.
Did you really just say where you were?
the
Yeah, I do it all the
Michelin star
time. No one's
restaurant.
not called me yet.
Yeah, you can get the Wagyu beef at the Michelin star restaurant in
Doesn't
where's
matter.
that centre like place of
It
fun?
doesn't matter. The important thing is you think you can get this prime Japanese beef outside of Japan. Carry
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I still believe it. I still believe it. But yes, and then obviously a sesame seed bun.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I've got a cool.
No sauce.
No.
No sauce.
No sesame seed bun, brioche bun.
No, too heavy.
Too heavy.
Oh, definitely not. Nice shiny brioche.
Go on then, Tom. Your
I'm
ideal
gonna start
burger.
at the top of my way down, all right? So I've got decorating table.
Could you put your cock back in your trousers, please?
This is my favourite burger.
Ready
It's
for
a
the meat.
hot dog. Yeah, so we're starting with the shiny brioche top. We'll work our way down. Tomato,
Keep going.
cooked rings of tomato. Yeah.
Concealed.
Shallots that have been like battered and then fried. Proper dill gherkins, of course,
Ooh,
but not cold dill gherkins, warmed on a char grill.
You like to warm those charcoal gherkins.
Yep. Carry on.
Barbecue, applewood, bacon.
You lay that
barbecue
bacon.
sauce.
Yeah.
Apple with cheese.
No, I'm going to go with blue cheese. I agree with you on the blue cheese.
You work
Definitely.
that blue cheese.
But then the burger itself will be a butter burger. Have you ever heard of a butter
What
burger?
the fuck is a butter burger?
It's basically a stick of butter with
Shazam, even I'm
meat wrapped
pissed.
round it and then wiped with butter.
You are
Yes.
joking.
They are the best shit ever.
Has anyone who's ever
I think
eaten
they're a
those
Philly
died?
thing, aren't they? They're definitely a American invention.
It,
Well,
it
no.
couldn't,
that is
it
rough.
couldn't come from anywhere else,
Yeah.
mate.
Butter
Apart
burgers.
from maybe Germany.
Butter burgers are amazing. But yeah, and that's
Say,
basically
say
it.
And
butter
that's-
burgers
Yeah,
5 times.
nice and simple.
Butter.
Apart from all the shallots and the warming of everything.
So is that your like ideal burger that you constructed in mind, or one you've actually had before?
I've actually had this before.
Ooh, where did you have it?
I made it myself.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Ooh.
working in a restaurant.
A restaurant.
Did you make the butter pate yourself?
Yes. You literally get a stick of butter and wrap meat round it and then paint it with butter.
And then call all of the ambulances.
And then call
Yeah,
your
yeah,
colon
absolutely.
and warn it on what's coming.
Cool. So do you want to
My other favourite burger is you have Angelina Jolie on top.
Megan
I'm not
Fox
gonna-
can stay outside.
Oh, she can hold the camera.
Yeah.
For memory's sake.
I've got to ask, who's on the bottom?
Me.
So you,
What, so
you
there's no
just
one-
want Angelina Jolie?
No,
That's
all the
not
latest-
a burger, man.
It's one you eat with a knife. You get...
With enough knives.
So what you're saying is you just want to slice up
What I'm
Angelina
saying
Jolie.
is let's move on to the next topic.
we haven't had my ideal burger.
Oh,
yet.
right. Next
You
topic.
don't get one.
Go on.
You want to know my ideal burger?
No.
Yeah.
My ideal burger is a chili cheese dog, because fuck burgers. Fuck them right in their stupid
What's your
faces.
name, Sonic?
They are rubbish. Burgers are pieces of shit. It's taken me years to get to this, but I've never enjoyed a burger ever. Everyone, it's one of those things like you go, oh no, I don't really like burgers. Someone goes, oh, you just haven't had the proper one yet. You need to go here and you need to have the proper lean beef and you need to do the mirror with the bacon and you go, oh, it's got to be crisp, fresh green lettuce.
It's just reminding
It's
me
just
of the
no,
time.
like burgers are rubbish.
It's just reminding me of the
Give me a
time
hot dog
when,
every time.
You've actually told me this before.
Yes. Sorry, Beth.
This was your topic.
Yeah, I put it in purely so I could vent about how shit burgers
Oh,
are.
okay. Fair.
There's no point hiding it because fuck burgers. Fuck them in their stupid shit bread faces.
What do you think about, like, the Egg McMuffin, the breakfast burger? The sausage Egg McMuffin?
I
Anything you
have
buy from McDonald's.
no idea.
Anything
Really?
you buy from McDonald's
I'd be interested.
sounds like an amazing idea, smells like an amazing idea. Once you eat it, you regret it.
Not so bad now, because they don't use long egg. Does everyone know what long egg is?
Yeah.
What exactly
Yeah.
is a long chicken? That's a little tidbit if ever watches the amazing Tom Scar's Day Outs videos that are on YouTube. So fucking funny
They
if you
are
haven't
hilarious.
seen them. What exactly is a long chicken?
So long egg is where they basically like reconstitute the protein
Yeah,
into
the
a tube.
tube.
They
Yeah,
separate the egg yolk and the egg white, and then mix them in vats, and then reconstruct a long egg.
Which I believe
cylinder.
is actually more effort than just cooking an egg.
Well, no, because in the production process is just literally slice, cook, slice, cook, slice, cook.
We live in a
It's the
factory
same time.
world.
But they don't do that anymore, apparently, in McDonald's.
Yeah, it's just like they have 100% beef, which is the name of a company, rather than being 100% beef.
No, it's not that. That's a lie. It's not true.
Oh, really? I really want it to be true.
Yeah, I know.
Really want it to be true.
However,
do I.
Go read Fast Food Nation, an amazing book.
So somebody pointed out, like
Was it Ronald McDonald?
No, I can't. It was
hamburger.
The person who pointed out the idea
Mayor
that
McCheese.
the reason
Was it the
McDonald's,
McGrimace?
the reason McDonald's can say, "Oh, we make it with 100% beef," is because the company's called 100% beef. They were like they were pretty massive conspiracy theorists anyway. And then someone else pointed it out to me. He's like, "Well, if they were a company, there would be some sort of like designation behind it. There'd be like a TM or a C or a PLC, or there'd be something like that legally,
Or an OAP?
Yeah.
Or a BBQ?
Oh, there's always an OAP
BBQ?
behind it all, mate.
So just to like add topic to this, I actually was a manager at McDonald's for like 4 years.
Whoa! Insider information, go!
Inside information. I went to the
Are you
factory
deep
where all
throat?
this is actually made. So I know it's 100% beef. And it's 100% beef. All of it. We're
Sorry.
not talking like the choice bits of beef. We're talking cow.
No, it's just all
Yeah,
part
it's
of cow.
all
Yeah.
it's all come from cow. Yeah,
It's all come from cow.
Like what
We're
sausages
talking-
are made of.
Exactly. We're talking like assholes and
lips and
Yeah.
elbows.
Yes.
I do know one thing though about
And then it's pumped with water.
Assholes and eyelids,
Yeah.
throats
Just
and
the way
throats.
that most cheap meat is. Like, if
Yes.
you buy it from the supermarket and you have to make it yourself, it's still going to be pumped with water.
Yeah.
I do know one
Yeah,
thing
it's
about
called pink
McAdee.
sludge.
Ugh.
I think I might have said this. The filet of fish is the freshest processed fish burger you can have because they have a large free floating processing unit that's permanently in the sea, and it literally catches, kills, processes, and freezes in like
In a
minutes.
machine?
Yes, it's just a constant
That
turnover.
is grim. Can you imagine? That's what fish horror movies are made of.
Yes, quite. I mean, it's fish saw basically. But the thing is that because they do it like that, and literally by the like within minutes of it coming from the ocean, it's processed and frozen. It's like the
Really, really
freshest
fresh.
frozen fish you'll
But
ever
I just
have.
love the oxymoron of this is the freshest processed
Yes.
fish.
I was very careful because it is still processed fish,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
Like, but it's like that. Like in terms of process, like just the additives, obviously. But in terms of the fish content, it is uber fresh.
I mean, the thing is, Beth, I know it sounds horrible, but that's farming.
Yeah.
That's the same with all farming.
You've said
Yeah.
like your rant about burgers. You were saying, "Oh, I'd rather have a chili dog." That is like pure processed bumholes and toes and
Yeah, but
everything.
he's,
like
he's
but
not
it's-
under no illusion.
No.
It's tasty processed bumholes.
What's really weird is in Pot Topic Podcast, we've had sausage as a topic.
Sausage.
And it was a really good topic, and we got
About
really passionate
penis.
about it because we all loved them on who was
We
on that
love
podcast.
penis.
I love sausages, even really cheapo ones taste amazing. I'm happy about that. I'm fine
yeah,
about it.
absolutely.
Beth
Ladies and
loves a
gentlemen,
cheap
yeah,
sausage.
my sister loves sausage. I really wish you hadn't looked me in the eyes.
We're never sharing a mic again. This is quite phallic.
Cool. Oh, you've got the you got the community.
Our first community topic.
Sorry,
of the
what did
year.
you call it a second ago, Tom? Did you call it the community pit?
Over bin.
Community bin. Yeah, wicked.
Oh, that's quite nice actually, because
It's
Taz
the-
and I, when we went to school, a lot of our why are you touching me?
I was
Touching my
reassuring
knee.
you.
Welcome to the incest episode.
Radio free incest. Yeah.
A lot of our friendship group, we've got a big chunk of our friendship group that grew up in our school, Taz.
Yes.
And we used to hang out at the bins, which is where all the alternative in inverted commas used to hang out, at Satan bin. We covered this bin. We covered this bin in many, many labels.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I completely forgot about Satan bin.
So it could be the community Satan bin.
I drove past your school today. I was like, oh, they went to school here.
It's
Doesn't make
nice,
sense
though.
to me. I avoided the motorway traffic. Anyway,
Sorry, I went a little Christopher Walken there. Why?
What? Go past my school.
Sorry,
That was not Christopher Walken. However, the last time I
drove
remember being
past
in
my
a
school.
the last time I remember being in a car with Taryn driving past our school, Taryn was on the car.
Excuse
You were
me.
on the roof.
When was this?
I take it he fell off
Years
the
ago.
roof
We were still
with
at
a lack
school.
of memory.
You were holding onto the roof, and I was getting very nervous. Do you not remember this?
No. Did I
We
fall
weren't
off?
even
That would
drunk.
explain my lack of memory.
Oh well. Community.
yes.
Dave Vincent.
Hey,
Oh, hello,
hey.
Dave.
Hang on,
Vincent.
can we
Haven't heard from him in a while.
Can't we call him Dave Viscount?
He is as stately as one. Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
Morbid Angel.
Yes, Morbid Angel. My
Okay.
dying fetus.
It's not actually that Dave Vincent.
In whatever... Oh, sorry, I'm not coming into the mic. In whatever way you consider yourself successful, what character trait contributes to that the most? So what in your character do you think drives you to be successful or means that you are able to be successful?
Do you know what? I was thinking about this the other day, and I think it's the fact that I come across as essentially non-threatening.
I also think that you...
Until they see you approaching
Hello,
from behind.
text.
A lot of the topics that have come out for this past year and will probably continue, you don't consider yourself to be very successful, and I don't think you care too much about it. I think that you're basically continuing and doing whatever you do. Oh man, this is coming out awful.
Backhanded thing
No,
I've
no.
heard. The thing I love about you is that you don't care
that
you're
failing.
Right, basically, every single time the success things come up before, Taryn's gone, I've never succeeded in anything. And we've all gone, no, you really have. You actually have, but you won't listen.
No, I've
And
spoken
so
about my
clearly,
successes.
Yeah, under duress. You've basically gone, I'm not successful, apart
Well,
from that time that I succeeded.
It's easier to talk about my successes when I'm wearing a dress rather than wearing trousers, so...
You can quite clearly see it hanging out the bottom of the dress.
You actually,
It distracts you. It's my secret weapon.
I think you even
Like
said
an
it.
archerfish. Anglerfish or whatever they're called, whatever.
An artifice. That's how we get ants. I think you even said it in the last episode. You said that it's not something that you are pushing yourself to do. It's something you just do. So you wrote a book because it's just in you.
Oh, no, okay, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Fine. That's something I talk about when I'm talking about something I don't consider a success so much.
Right.
Like when I'm talking about kind of like the thing as I just said, like the successes I have had, they come from people just kind of like I get on with people more or less. You know, I come across as non-threatening. People
I see what you mean.
seem to be all right with having me around. I don't get on people's tits too much, and if I do, I can
And you wipe it
rectify
off
that.
afterwards.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. I am a very considerate wanker.
No, you're a towel.
I think that's probably about sums it up, really. Also, just every now and then telling yourself, fucking just go and do it. Just stop fannying about. Like, you'd be going for a while. Just fucking do it. See what happens.
Giving yourself your own deadline.
Yeah. Cool. What about you, Beth?
Oh, fuck, I thought you were going to... Oh, no, wait.
On the spot.
I don't know, because I think that deadlines give me success. If I don't
Work
have a
better
deadline...
under pressure.
Yeah, I work better under pressure. I think I spoke about this before, but basically there was an art... the song that you, if people have listened, may have heard on the Pot Topic podcast, the musical interlude that was my song was written in about 2 days because there was an arts festival that was happening in 3 days.
Yeah.
So I should be making music a lot more than I currently am.
You definitely should.
But when there's a deadline, you do it.
Yeah.
Because there's no deadline, or there's no things to bounce off of, or there's no one saying, can you bring this to it? And I want it to be a little bit like this or a little bit like that. And you go, oh, okay, yeah, I can mould myself into your mould.
You need an
because you've got
immediate
your
pressure.
own mould. Yeah, because you've got your own mould and your own timescale. Never gets done.
It's true. Obligation
So good,
is
yeah.
is a massive help.
Yeah.
Like if you like doing things under your own steam, and that's all you've got to go by, can be a real hassle.
Yeah.
See,
Because do you know what? Like, you get up, it's like, yeah, I should probably get to that today. But you know, first
the very first world
let's have a
problem,
shower, and then I don't know, let's have a wank, and let's have another shower because that was quite a serious wank.
the way
And then
You have to repaint the walls.
and then let
Is that why your house is white?
Breakfast at least would be quick, except no, I'm going to cook something, and then I don't know, let's watch some shit here, and then let's do something. Oh, actually, here's something I need to do.
Oh God, no!
And then by-
no, I can't. That makes me feel anxious. That really
What?
builds
Yeah.
up the anxiety. I wake up in the morning. I go to work. I write a to-do list. I get that shit done.
Oh, to-do list. Actually, that
you
pushes me
get
to
out the
succeed.
yellow paper.
Yeah, get a yellow note paper.
Thank you so much, Rita, for buying me these little skull post-its, because to-do lists are definitely...
I cannot stand faffing around and doing nothing, as you probably well know. I have to do something constantly. or I get bored.
It's something. Yeah, it's something I've been witnessing since living with you, and
I don't sit down and watch TV.
I'm trying to pick it up.
I've been trying so hard to sit down with
Taryn
Kimmy
was
and
saying that earlier.
watch Sons of Anarchy. I've been trying so hard.
I've watched the final episode with Kimmy.
Damn it.
It's fucking ludicrous.
Brilliant.
Yes.
That's what I love about the show. It's just dumb.
Yeah, it is so dumb.
I know, it's
I've
good.
not seen
It's
it.
good, and it's soap opera. It's soap opera with leather and bikers. But it's fun.
And Katey Sagal's boobs.
By Katey Sagal's boobs! Sorry, we shout that a lot. Would you like a cup of tea? Yes, I would. By Katey Sagal's boobs.
Greg.
Ooh, I would have to say by just sheer determination to say not.
Say what? Sorry.
Determination.
Determination. I will make a goal,
Determination.
and it will happen, or I will die. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
If I want something bad enough, it will either happen
Or it won't.
or it won't. Like, if I want something, like, I will go after it until such stage as it happens.
Yep, that's good.
That is very good. If you've got if you've figured out what you want, are you able to like put a path to say, well, I'm going to make that happen then?
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah. How do you? What are the steps to get there?
No. I just reverse engineer that.
Ah.
So I just go, that's the goal. How do I get there? Bop, 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 bop. And then done. But no, the biggest problem is finding what goal the...
On an audio medium, that's not the greatest description.
I think you would understand that.
Well,
That's me planning all the steps.
I've tried the reverse engineering technique before, and I always come up like the logic always fails in exactly the same way. So I boiled it right down. I was like, okay, so let's imagine myself successful. Cool, I got there. What happened before then? I was not successful. Right. So what happens in between?
It's all about breaking it down to its smallest parts.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you're always left over with a screw that you don't know where it came from.
Ichthyo.
I took that totally differently.
And that's how I got gonorrhea.
Success.
Syphilis.
Cool.
Eddie,
hello.
Stop rubbing your nose.
It's really nice.
he's actually just making out with the pop shield now.
What was the question?
Is that your poppy?
What was the
What
topic?
characteristic do you see in yourself that has led to
Pushes
your
you
success?
to succeed.
Oh,
What success is.
I don't tend to success. I just kind of stumble through life and shit happens. Sometimes good shit, sometimes not so good shit. Kind of comes as it goes. So I never really strive for success. It just kind of sometimes happens.
But you were just playing us some of your mixes that you did just for a laugh out of conversations that people have had, like, how could you mash up this with this?
Yes.
So you go home and you go, how could you? And that's just a thing that just would have happened from
And that's how you get
socialising
Prodigy
and
frozen.
Yeah.
Prodigy Frozen.
Like literally, this is like I wrote a sitcom. I wrote a whole sitcom script that I'm trying to sell at the moment, and that came out of a conversation with a friend of mine, Tal, where his back went out with herniated disc, and I was trying to find a hobby for him to help him not go mental. And so I said, let's write a sitcom together. I'll write an episode, you write an episode, and we'll
That's
do a
cool.
sitcom. And I wrote an episode, and he didn't. And then he read my episode and went, write me another one. So I ended up writing the whole thing and then went, let's try and sell it. And I went, let's
Let me.
We've done nothing. but like, I wrote a sitcom and like literally my friends, like it was more effort not to be in a band in 1995. To avoid being in a band in 1995 was one of the most difficult
Full-time
things. So, like, I stumbled in and out of bands through the whole 90s, and let's face it, you know that, like, and same with stand-up, you know, like, you do enough gigs, one or two of them are going to be all right, you know. So, like, I did 100
It's
gigs.
like blindfolding yourself and having a million darts. One of them's eventually hit the dartboard.
Like, I am the living embodiment of, like, an infinite amount of monkeys at an infinite amount of typewriters. You know?
Suddenly coming up with the stand-up script.
Like, I just, like, literally just fail into things. And, like, it just, shit happens.
Falling
I like
with
that.
style.
My favourite characteristic about Eddie is that he fails into success.
Yes. Like, I go in arse backwards. Like, literally, like, I sat down and I was talking to my friend, Taryn, and I said, what's all the staffs for? And he's like, fire staff. And literally, within 2 weeks, I'm spinning fire around my head.
Yeah.
This is my life.
It's
And
really fun.
I love it.
Until you, knock yourself out and set a light to your own corpse.
No, the thing is, I've never set a
Oh
light.
man, you've
I'm going to leave that
got
in
to
your
hit
brain.
yourself really hard. And I've been like, oh, hard to do that. And also being just coated in, I don't know, distilled human fat.
Oh, do you know? I think I've actually got an answer. The secret of my success is not closing my mind to shit.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it
Open
is.
your brain to new experiences.
You're literally sitting down in the middle of your friends having a laugh and
On a
picking up on
podcast.
stuff.
Yeah, but the thing, I'm doing a podcast because, open your mind.
I mean,
Like,
you
let's
talk-
call it the Quaid. Quaid, open your mind.
You were talking to me, we sat down and you reminded me of something we spoke about at the last party that I'd forgotten about, but you'd picked up on and went, inspired.
That's the way my brain works.
Not the way that Greg's mind worked, was...
Yeah. So if you think in cartoon terms, Gregg is like bomb, de bomb, 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 de bomb. Yeah.
No, but backwards.
Yeah. So,
Yep. Yeah.
Whereas
Yup.
my brain is like, and it's fun.
Oh, I liked that cadence. Let's do something with that. Cool, Tom, you've just pulled something out of the
Put your pants back up.
It seems to be one that's been written tonight as well. So this one is from Beth. And it is, if aliens invaded and you were tasked with greeting them first, what would you do plus say?
Well, I am
For the entirety of the world, this is a first greeting, humans to aliens.
Welcome to Earth.
I don't. Oh, God, I don't know. I'd probably tag out. That'd be my first instinct.
Oh my god, you could run up to the alien and just go, tag, you're it.
Let's think of all the great greetings in movies. So we got boop, 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 boop. And then we got Welcome to Earth.
Here's Johnny.
She did look like an alien, to be fair.
Let
What
it
more
go! Let it go!
Do you know? Okay, so here's what I'd do. I'd go, hello. I know you can't understand me, or if you can, that's wicked.
That's condescending from a start.
Here's what's going to happen is, and I sort of lightly take them by, convince them to take my hands, take them by the hand, bring them to my place, make them a cup of tea,
Ow!
sit them down,
Play some Barry White.
play Firefly. I think that'll do it.
You can't take the sky from me, alien.
You've just taken them by the hand, but that could be their reproductive.
Yeah, you might have
platform.
taken them by the
Yeah,
top,
the wrong
But it's not
idea.
my reproductive platform.
but you just give them a hand job.
Yet.
I think I would keep my hand motions minimal, my arms open and unarmed, and I would welcome them in a confident voice, and I would make a speech along the lines of, you've come here, it's going to change things, so it's time to make a change, but let's just sit down and take it slowly. We're still young. It's not our fault. There's still so much for us to go through. I want to find a girl one day, settle down. I don't know, maybe get married. Look at me. I'm old, but I'm happy. I was once where you are now. I could go on.
I believe the children are our future.
Yes.
Nanu, nanu.
I would just go straight.
Oh, that would be good. This is Robin Williams. See ya.
Ow.
Yeah, not right now. I mean,
Have
a
it.
video. I mean, a video.
Oh, okay.
Not literally puppet master him.
Oh.
Or we show him the drummer from Flesh God Apocalypse and just show this is what we can do.
We just give them Justin Bieber and say, take him. Just take him.
I saw a brilliant little picture pop up on Facebook the other day, which is just a picture of the planet, and then there's a conversation going down by the side of it. It's like one alien to another. It's like, we just discovered this planet. They've got the capability for they've got nuclear armed satellites ready to fire. And the other one goes, oh, really? Do they seem intelligent? It's like, nah, they're all aimed at themselves. I think we're all right.
Very good.
To be honest, I would just go straight to the chase. Penis windmill.
You would meat spin them.
Yeah, just drop trowel and meat spin.
Yeah.
You spin me right, and saluting the whole time.
Yeah.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. And then obviously at a certain point you realise this isn't working, so you just, with your trousers still down, you politely and calmly go up to the operating table, lay face down, and sniff some poppers, and hope it doesn't hurt too much.
Would this be a time to attach a sparkler to that penis?
Oh!
Ooh, it's tempting.
I was thinking a Catherine wheel, because then it would just keep spinning.
Dude, it's the
You would have to make sure that it doesn't burn too far down.
It's the logical progression. You've done fire stuff, now flamecock.
If they're hot, we get Ryan Reynolds to talk to them. If not, we'll get William Shatner.
Fair shout.
Maybe
Either way, they're getting fucked.
I might have
They're going
to
to enjoy their time here.
I might have to wait for them. If they crash land into Florida, I might be able to take them onto It's a Small World After All ride and show them what humanity's all about.
Dear Lord, they nuke us in an instant.
Or would it be more rhythmical? Would it be ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, aga, lost in a feeling?
Oh my god,
We
do you say
cannot
Ooga
have-
Aga? Because that's the poshest version of that ever.
Ooga aga, ooga aga.
Aga.
I think we've realised Eddie's new game with this podcast and is to bring up that song every episode.
Would you like me to be honest? For the last 4 episodes I've been on, Eddie's game has been how many song titles and lyrics can I get in? And more importantly, can I get other people to say? And I've been playing this to myself for
I
quite
think
a
you've
while.
succeeded.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Let
He
it
fell
go,
into
man.
it and it succeeded.
Fell in backwards.
Beep, beep.
So what are we doing, Zay?
So I don't know. I think also something else I might consider is like I'm with the aliens. Like, all right, one second. I put a call into to the UN. Say, guys, just like, can you do me a quick solid? I can't talk about it right now, but we need to put like cloths over all of our religious institutions. Just all the churches, all the mosques, everything. Just throw a blanket over them. I'll tell you why in a second. All right, guys, how's it going? We're all right. How are you? Nothing going on here.
Don't go to Rio.
Sirin?
Do not go to Rio.
Sirin,
It's a little bit
who's
dirty.
anything about Sirin? We got none of that shit here.
Rome, it's lovely. Stay by the south. Don't go any
Take
further
the coastal route.
Yes.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Do you reckon
There's
that?
a little walled off bit.
Do you reckon if aliens did land, do you reckon it might look like a United Colours, like what we'd
United
organise?
Colours of Benetton.
Yeah, the United. That's what I was going to say. The United Colours of Benetton advert. Do you reckon that all of the leaders would go like G8? G8? Is it G8? All the
I don't
leaders.
want it to get you say G8 again.
G8. Because I'm thinking of G3, and that's the 3 guitars. But yeah, they'd probably just organise a United Colours of Benetton to be ever so PC, to just stand there and hold hands and
Sell them
smile
t-shirts.
until there's no more smile left in the world.
Then let's hope they come down somewhere like Iceland or somewhere reasonable. Because if they come down in the south of America, it's going to be
We're
like,
fucked.
yo, where are all your white folk at?
Thank you for the Iceland.
Are we
nudge.
fucking having to go
Right.
at America again?
No,
guys?
only the
They're an easy
south of
target.
America.
They're an easy target.
The southern states.
Okay,
We-
let's be fair. South of America and Australia.
We get them to land in Iceland. We like blink them down with landing lights.
Yeah.
Right.
Blink
They
them
land
down.
there. We show them Eve online and show how much we can add to their economy if they include us in their United Nations of
The
planets.
pixel economy.
We could actually help you out. Look, this is what people on our planet do for fun. They basically are math.
You plan
Wizards.
interstellar espionage with
On a macro.
mega corporations.
Ignore that. Throw a cloth over it. Throw a cloth over all of the goon squad.
I just thought the best ambassador to meet the aliens would be Darren Brown.
Stephen Fry.
Darren Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Fry and Darren
Patrick
Brown.
motherfucking Stewart. He's done it enough times.
Scott Barrier
he's
Boyd, go.
practiced.
David Attenborough.
No,
Here
he knows everything
on
about.
planet Earth.
Actually, no, he knows everything about our Earth. You're quite correct. Him
He
and
doesn't, does he?
He's got such
Well,
a calming
I think he might
voice.
He doesn't research everything
No, he
himself.
just reads the script mainly.
that's where he started, though.
Yeah, many years ago, dementia's probably kicked in a little bit by now.
Ooh, yeah.
Where's my brother with the dinosaurs?
Dead.
Oh, Dickie. Dickie. Do you know, Dickie's actually, I've made a little homage to Dickie in the script.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, just
That's
because
lovely.
Dickie.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking posh voice, and I love Dickie Attenborough's voice. I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
him. Miracle 34th Street. He's so posh. And
Okay, so how about
Anyway.
this? All right, right.
Show a
Basically,
miracle on 34th
basically
Street.
throw a blanket over everything.
Yep.
I'm being the spaceship landing.
Cool. So we've just thrown a blanket over everything. I take him to where they're endemic, and just the first thing I show him is like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" Yeah, I mean, before you see everything else, we have tiny owls.
Aww.
Aren't they adorable? Wouldn't it be a shame to destroy them? Cool. Let's meet the rest of the family.
How about this?
Don't take them to Australia. Everything will kill them.
How about, as an introduction, we take them to the harsh savannah and say, like, this is where humanity started. We've come from nothing. We've made good, all right? We've done well.
Meet Donald Trump.
Meet Donald Trump.
What about if...
I will build a wall around the entire United States of the Earth.
Keep
Have
out
you met my
China.
loveless marriage?
I would like to vote that we try and appease the aliens by sending 2 children every year to battle in a series of games.
No!
Kapla!
Right then, I think we're done with that.
I think we are. We're in the process of handing over the
Do you know what?
community.
Do you know what?
Break or anything? Or?
Community peoples. That was quite a loaded topic, if I say so myself. How would you greet the aliens?
Send us an email to...
Or just on
Emails
Facebook?
at pottopicpodcast.com.
Oh yeah, sorry to smudge that.
Or just search Pot Topic on Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram,
It would be nice to hear,
Periscope, I think.
because when I'm not involved in an episode, an issue, fuck.
How do you not get this?
Because I keep trying to double guess myself and I do it wrong. So every time I'm not in an issue, obviously when a topic comes up, you have an answer for it, but you're only listening. So you never get to voice your opinion. So I'd really like to hear the opinions of people that actually listen to
I
us.
honestly do not know what that's like.
Retro-testination.
I've been on every single one.
I
Sorry,
actually voiced...
what the hell is retrotetination?
Adam and Joe, fuck off.
I
I
was
actually...
the only one who understood that.
Beth, I actually voiced my opinion, which is weird because I tend to listen to the topic on my headphones while I'm cooking.
Oh, lovely.
So my flatmates walk in the kitchen, I'll just go, Howard the Duck was fucking directed by George Lucas, you fucking muppet.
Actually, Sophie has done that a couple of times. She's done when we've put up a link, she's given all the answers to the topics. It's really, really interesting to hear. I like it.
Yep. I'll never forget her response to, was it issue 6, the one where we called it Yours, which was a complete mess of just whimsy. And she read the show notes. I'm just like, actually, what the fuck is this all about? And Tom's response was, yeah, no, pretty much. Good episode. Listen back to it. It featured a couple of times on the...
It did. That's the asthmatic pigeons and
Angry Sheep.
angry sheep episode.
That was funny.
Okay, this one's from Aussie Dan.
Wait!
Hey!
You're only allowed one set of clothes for the rest of your life. What do you choose?
Yours.
Ooh. Oh. Whilst he's still wearing them? That would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's quite small.
I've always wanted to see what I look like in a completely round pumpkin costume.
But would you really want to wear that?
Or like limbs sticking out, I mean. Like, it's uncomfortable to wear.
So you've only got your hand sticking out the side. You've
And-
just
and
got
your legs as
just
well.
enough legs to just enough legs to
So
walk.
Oh my god, is this table going to
Like
completely
that-
collapse? What the fuck?
That'd be
Beth,
alright.
like that big blue bitch in Harry...
Yes, like
Charlie
Violet
Chaplin.
Beauregard, like that big blue bitch. Violet.
You know, that's what they called her on the playground afterwards. The big blue bitch. What, she was big, she was blue, and she was a fucking bitch.
The thing is, my favourite things to get comfy in are what I'm wearing currently, which I completely stole from Taryn.
What,
which is
bum naked?
Taryn's joggers. I normally have a lot of Diola's
Yeah, no.
socks and Big Ed's boxer shorts. So and my
So,
and my
Beth-
husband's band t-shirts.
So just to answer that question, Beth
Everyone
would like to
else's clothes.
spend the rest of her life in stolen clothing.
Yeah,
Taz.
Fagin.
I mean, there's the part of me that wants to say, like,
No boxers.
Also stolen clothing, like girls' clothes, because.
Stolen.
But then I don't always feel sexy enough for girls' clothes, and it's not funny if
Taz,
there's no one else
Taz.
there.
Always feel
Taz,
sexy enough.
you
for
are
girls.
always
You're
sexy.
You are beautiful, man.
You are Mr.
sex
Aqueous
pot.
lines.
But I think essentially it's going to come down to utility harem pants. So harem pants with enough pockets to hold shit.
That's true.
A top that I can undo, but that can be warm. Some sort of hoodie, woolen hoodie to hand, and not steel toe cap, but
Boots.
Hiking boots.
no. I mean, essentially,
Proper work boots.
no. It's not work boots. Essentially, it's going to be skate shoes, but with a plastic toe cap, so that I'm kind of ready for most things apart from serious climbing.
Fair play.
In which case, I'll take them off and just climb on my feet.
And a fruit headdress.
Because, I've got to eat.
Gregor, t-shirt, shorts and thongs?
No. Wife beater, shorts and thongs.
Fair play. What, he's an Aussie?
He's a fucking
Aussie
bogan,
to
mate. He's a
Can of
fucking
beer in one
bogan.
hand. Do you want to put a hat with corks on it, just for effect?
Oh God, no! I would have to have the Australian flag draped across my shoulders.
In an
Oh,
unconscious
thank fuck he
state.
said shoulders.
Have you ever heard an Australian rugby fan sing in Jerusalem? It's fucking hilarious. Jerusalem! It's fucking brilliant. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. It just reminded me of this one really good party.
For my shout would be a pair of black Wu-Tang baggy 3/4 length
Because
jeans.
Eddie ain't nothing to fuck with. I said Eddie ain't nothing to fuck with.
Say what? Circa 1994. A pair of black, let's call them crow, worn down, big ass boots.
Yes.
Yeah.
A Deftones black hoodie from the Back to School tour.
I was going to say it's in the back to school one.
Four sizes too big.
Nice.
Underneath is which is a white t-shirt that could be called voluminous, literally halfway to my knees. And there would have to be some form of hat because
Yeah,
there
that's
always
true. Yeah.
has to be.
I
But
was-
at the moment, I'm favouring my ginormous black beanie,
looks
so
good,
I
man.
think
It looks good.
that might be the choice. And a little bit of bling for the ladies because I got style.
Cock ring.
Ladies do love them bling.
Yeah.
Have you
But-
answered?
Tom,
See, it's weird because coming to the end of the chain here, you've already named most of my stuff, so I'll be wearing a pair of DCs, like Greg just... Oh no, who was it said DCs?
Boshy.
Karen said. And wear a black beanie, like Eddie said. Fuck's sake, me and Eddie have the same coat.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
our dress sense is very
Basically,
similar.
I'm the
very similar.
evolution of man in that picture. Tom is one man behind me,
I'm always behind
and
you, baby.
he's the one who's goosing me.
don't turn around.
She's going to see my heart bleed. Just walk away.
I would have that coat that me and Eddie share. I would have my blue hoodie that never leaves my side unless a girl's borrowed it at a party and I've lost it for a month. I would have
A giant bomb
a
t-shirt.
black t-shirt with a podcast on it.
There would be
Probably
a giant bomb,
one,
yeah.
Yeah.
Then I would have grey jeans and
Brill cream.
black socks, no pants.
Do you know what I forgot?
No pants.
A large, or at least a medium-large compartmentalised backpack.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, record bag.
fucking-
I'd have a man bag.
I agree. In that case, over the top of my shorts will be a utility kilt.
Fuck you, utility. We ain't friends if you get utility.
And I might also get one of those kind of hippie bum bags as well.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
they're really fucking useful.
We're very utilitarian in this,
Wow.
aren't we?
Because you've been to clubs and you don't want to put stuff into the locker room.
I tie it around my waist in my blue hoodie that is amazing.
Also, we've all lived well enough and long enough
To know
and
that
kind of
no one
clued in
gives a
enough,
shit.
yeah, that we want to go through life and not be that prick that doesn't have shit.
This is true.
Yeah.
May I revise? I've just said that I steal people's clothes. So I would have basically a lot of men's clothes. They're bigger, they're more comfortable, stuff like that. I think I would have... I think I'd have a sexy thong underneath the boxers and then all of the comfy clothes. But I'd definitely have band t-shirts of my mate's bands or my husband's bands or bands that I've been in t-shirt.
Beth has just turned off for a second.
Yo, that was wonderful. She went from full animation to just a dead stop, like eyes
I think the thought of her husband's t-shirt has just taken her to
into
orgasmic
the
heights.
future, like slack of face.
Because you could wear all this comfy stuff that's actually going to make you feel comfortable for the rest of your life. If you want to feel sexy or you want to be more free, you could literally just be naked.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
the exact opposite for me. If I want to feel sexy, I put clothes on.
Naked and wet. So like if you really want to feel sexy, like take all your clothes off, jump in a lake, come back out, bang.
He's the beast from the Black Lagoon.
But I definitely still have my knee-high DMs.
Yes.
Because again, you can just take them off to be more comfortable.
And
for
also-
me, DCs or DMs were
They're
close.
so opposite.
Close.
I
Oh,
cannot
God, no.
understand. No, I cannot understand your skate shoes. They feel like clouds on your feet. I
Yes.
want to be strapped in.
Yes.
Dude,
I want
Oh
skate
my God,
shoes,
skate shoes.
wide, very wide.
I
But I
wanted
will
to
take
be.
a good pair of
So
boots at the
wide.
same
I wanted
time.
to be my brother when I was growing up, so I was like, yeah, I'll fucking try skate shoes. So we would go and try skate shoes on in a shop together, and I would feel so disconcerted, like it would turn my stomach almost because I couldn't feel the shoes that were on my feet.
I'm glad you went with skate shoes and not beard.
I wish.
And I went for
Cultivate.
more the pretty goth girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like being
To be honest,
strapped in.
Beth is only a pretty goth girl just because you stole it.
So I'm going to say, we've all met Aussie Dan, we all know him, we all love him. What would we want him to wear for the rest of his life?
Thong.
Just the shoes.
Can I also say I haven't met Aussie Dan and I don't love
He
him,
is-
Oh, okay.
but I'm sure I might.
Yeah.
You would love him.
Very elegantly patterned tights.
I want Aussie Dan to wear an actual lady's thong on each foot till he learns what a thong is.
Yes.
And also, along with the tights, like an aggressively tribal tattoo that starts in the middle of the forehead and goes down one temple.
That's Kiwi, man.
All I'm seeing is what we're going to dress
Maori.
him up and do to his body when he passes out in our
Can I ask a question? Does a
How would
really
he look
truly
best?
ginormous butt plug hanging out of his arse still count as dressing up?
Dressing in.
Dressing
dude,
inside.
Dressing
Yeah, as long as there's a tail attached to it. Then,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Horseplay, yes.
no, not a tail, a broom.
You can clean up after
Clean
the
the
party.
room.
Yes.
I know what I would like to see Aussie Dan in, and I'm envisaging this.
My
it
bad.
actually works.
Nipple tassels.
The guy from Lazy Town.
Inside. Uncle Cracker.
Is that what his name is?
I don't know,
The
which
big
one?
blue quiffy
Yeah,
thing.
the big blue with the stripes.
Oh,
You gotta
fucking
do the
hell.
cooking by the book.
Uncle Cracker sang Follow Me.
Captain, was it Captain something or another?
Captain
Sickbeard.
Blue
Wasn't he
Weird
also
Man.
in Crazy Town?
I don't know what Crazy Town is. Oh, well,
No, Lazy
Butterfly,
Town.
Sugar
Crazy
Baby.
Town is
no,
Butterfly.
Uncle Cracker wasn't in Crazy Town.
Was he not?
That was
he-
Shifty Capone and
Sorry, did you say
I've
Crazy
forgotten
Town?
what Lazy Town is. You've got to do
I
the
think he
cooking
said
by the
Crazy
book.
Town.
Oh,
Sorry.
actually, she might have. Who knows?
I'm in your tangent, Tom. We're
Let's
actually
go
having
with
a
Uncle Cracker.
yeah.
Ultimately,
Don't know
it
why
comes
you
down
love
to
me,
this.
Don't know why you can't.
Dressing Aussie Dan.
As
What
Uncle
you need to
Cracker.
think about is like, how is he going to look best with your body fluid like pulled in his belly button?
I want him in full TG kit.
There we go.
Let's go for some bondage for Torture Garden style stuff. Actually, no, none of that bullshit. Let's go for the saw, or whatever it's called, which is the like rich person's version of it.
What about the full inflatable, where they just turn him into a ball?
Proper latex.
Basically, Beth's pumpkin costume.
That shit is hilarious.
Okay,
Squeaky.
Greg, did you pull out a topic just then?
I did.
Look at that observer.
Now,
Let's
okay,
just unfold it, shall we?
this is a bit of post-it, so this could be quite old.
Blimey.
Let's talk about comics.
Boom! I've got nothing to say about him. Tom, where you go?
We've already talked about the boys. I don't know.
The
I have
only
a
thing
book
I
for
could
you,
say-
Taryn. I thought of this today, actually.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah?
it. This is kind of on topic, so we'll talk about it.
The only thing that I could say about comics is I would really like to read some more monster porn.
Sorry?
Some what?
Monster porn.
Monster porn.
What's monster porn?
Monster porn is actually the #1 most growing and grossing comic at the moment.
Righto.
So it's basically pictures of monsters in porn.
Okay. I follow
Okay.
an
They didn't
Instagram
bury the
account
love.
called Monsters Holding Bitches. I like this stuff.
Comics, yeah.
Who is this from, by the way? Is there a name?
No name.
I believe I wrote that down.
If it doesn't have a name, it's usually Taz.
Yeah, I think I wrote that down a good, like, at least 8 months ago.
Taz, can I ask for one clarification before
Yeah,
I
go
lay in
for it,
on
mate.
this? Are we talking stand-up comics or reading comics?
No, he was reading comics.
Reading
I was
comics.
looking
Okay.
at.
In which case, comics. Books that everyone should check out. The Scott Pilgrim series is epic.
Watchmen.
If you watch, there was an awful film called Wanted with James McAvoy. Actually
comic.
read the graphic novel.
Great
It is
comic.
epic.
Great, yeah.
the Civil
Same
War.
with that legend shit.
Civil War is being released soon, so Civil War is quite possibly one of the best Marvel.
I wouldn't say it's one of the best Marvels, but it's enjoyable.
No, if you do the complete with all like the Spider-Man and the bits
yeah,
and
I
bobs,
did. It was
it's
quite cool.
epic. But for me, if you, I'm not to be playing to crowd, but there's a reason why they call me Deadpool. If you want to read comics, you read Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is that why?
Fucking yes.
Deadpool is one of those weird things where, as a comic fan, you are bred to absolutely disdain Deadpool.
Really?
Yeah, because
breaks
it
the
stands
fourth
for
wall.
everything that comics shouldn't be.
Is it satirising everything, as in like sticking two fingers up? Or?
The way we do satire, which is just dick and fart humour.
Well,
like,
no, I'm talking about
it's
satirising,
dumb.
taking the piss out of stuff.
Yeah, it does a bit.
Okay,
and
let's
it's
put it
just
this way: like,
dumb.
if you've got Thor, and you've got like a hero that like people actually invest in this, and they love it, and his mythos is groundbreaking. Deadpool, the way they handled Thor was Loki decided to magic Mjolnir, so that Deadpool could become with the power of Thor.
Oh, I've heard of that.
So he spent the whole episode just going, "Forsooth, my butt creaks as itcheth mightily," and just like literally.
See, my favourite appearance of Deadpool is in the Marvel Zombies book.
Yes.
Because, right, so Marvel Zombies there's a parallel dimension where a virus has overtaken mankind. It kills humans, superhumans become zombies and spread the disease.
Okay.
So, superhero zombies are basically in this universe. So, Deadpool from our universe goes to the zombie universe, finds his own zombie self, cuts off his head, carries that around. He's a schizophrenic already, so he's got a personality inside his head talking to him. He's talking to himself. The personality's talking to him, and the zombie head's talking to him. And it's like the Three Stooges. it's really, really funny. But this is the thing.
So it's not
Deadpool
too much,
in
it's not
small
too
doses.
puerile.
Yeah, this is the thing. For me, Deadpool in small doses is fucking hilarious. And when it's written well, it's fucking brilliant. However, it's really hard to read the Deadpool comic because you are reading it every week.
Yeah.
It's just
I
grinds
love
itself
it. But
into the dirt.
there's one villain in Marvel World called Taskmaster. And
Fucking hell.
if he watches you fight once, he knows your entire style.
Ah, like the Incredibles robot.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
There's
Yeah.
literally a Taskmaster ripoff. And the trouble is, Deadpool doesn't even know what style he's fighting with. So basically, the net result is Deadpool
Okay.
gives Taskmaster a migraine.
Yeah. See, that's clever. I don't need it. The dick and fart jokes get really old for me really quick, but that sounds funny.
It is like literally, and like some of the stuff like the Mania. Darren, our friend Darren, doesn't like the Deadpool computer game. I think it's too short and too easy. But the story that's told is epic, and it's so Deadpool that literally he needs to grab a Sentinel's foot. He needs to rebuild it. He throws the menu out the window, presses every button, and just flies around a lot, hitting things and accidentally killing everyone. Like.
Accidentally on purpose.
Yes.
Which is always the way he does it.
Yeah.
Right, let's move off of Deadpool, because Deadpool is not all comics.
Guess what my favourite comic is?
What's that?
Pandora.
What, Pandora Hearts?
Oh, from Kerrang and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pandora.
Just because she wears black and
Really?
she's got silly coloured hair, people just go, "Oh yeah, you don't come like Pandora."
Beth,
I don't look like
I would have
Pandora
said
at all.
Daria.
Oh, Daria.
I love Daria.
Yeah. Do you know what? Because I didn't have that channel when I was growing up, I didn't really get
Channel
that a lot.
4.
Really? Was it on
Yeah.
Channel 4?
Sunday mornings.
Maybe I was outside playing in the sun.
Then you're definitely not a
Shit,
goth.
goth.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Pale?
Were you under
The best insult I've ever heard. What you say? Factually correct. Daria, it was really funny, but I sat there and watched, I went on a bit of a YouTube binge and I was like, hey, I'll watch Daria, that was fun. So I watched Daria and I watched about 3 episodes and went, I cannot watch anymore.
Beth?
Same with Beavis, to be
Can
fair.
I
Beavis
give you
Butthead.
a comic book recommendation? You may have already read it. Tank Girl.
I have not read it. Do you know what? The problem with Tank Girl, I haven't read it or seen it or anything like that. Yeah, sorry, I keep doing Pop Shield on the other side of the Pop Shield. Ha ha ha. Is because so many people are obsessed with it, it kind of ruins it a bit.
I'm not obsessed with it. I just think it's
No,
epic,
but so many people have gone, "Rah!" for so long.
Like,
It's been like,
I like the Tank Girl film. You ever see that? Laurie Petty?
Yeah. Who was?
Yeah.
who
it
was the
looks
star?
amazing.
Laurie
I
Petty.
watched
That's
it.
it, Laurie
Watched it
Petty.
the first time recently. I thought it was wicked.
So
And
good.
fuck, who was the rapper? Who's the
Ice-T.
Ice-T, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He was well good in that.
Ice-T is funny, man.
So, the thing, like the problem I have with comic books is that it is half aesthetic medium. It is kind of you need to look at shit, you need to read what's going on in the picture and appreciate it, and also you get something out of the art.
You don't appreciate visual art.
No, it's not that I don't. It's just that I have difficulty with it.
Yeah.
It's just like I try my best.
In that case, Scott Pilgrim.
But-
because there is no visual art. It's just
This
the
is true.
simplest story.
But I mean, that said, there have still been things I've really enjoyed. For instance, Tom, you gave me the book of Mouse.
Oh, it's one of the
MAUS.
great. It's not even one of the greatest comics. It's one of the greatest written pieces of literature. Oh, it's so good.
Excuse me, there
very
is a
good.
comic book that is literally one of the greatest.
Yeah, it's in the
written
Times
things.
100. Guess what it is? Watchmen.
No, better
Oh
than that.
fuck, Watchmen.
No, it's in the Times
Frank,
100
Frank
best books ever
Miller, Dark Knight Rises.
I don't like that.
I fucking love that.
Wait. Which one was first? Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight
or-
Rises is the first one,
Strikes
which is
Again.
the end of his life.
Which one strikes again?
That's the
the
reboot recently.
cyberpunk
That's another
one.
crap, yeah.
Okay.
And then you got Year One, which is the origin.
I liked Year One.
Year One was epic.
So
Out of interest, how did we all get into comics? If you've read comics, Eddie.
I at the age of about 3.5.
Fucking really?
3.5. My brother was trying to find himself. My brother's 4 years older than me, so he was 7.5. So he was of the age of I'm going to try different music, different thing. And because I was lucky enough to have a 4-year older brother, he got me into metal, rock, playing guitar, skateboarding, basketball, and everything else I loved.
He was your Tom for Beth.
Yes, yeah. Basically, I just picked what I liked.
She's
a bit
not
and-
here. She can't defend herself.
Yes. Hi, Beth. But yeah, so 4 years older. So Nick came home, and literally all he did was he came home with Use Your Illusion album by Guns N' Roses. No, not Use Your Illusion. Yeah, Appetite for Destruction.
Appetite. Yeah, the one that all big brothers brought
Yes.
home. That.
And the inside of Appetite for Destruction was the original cover art, which was aliens attacking overhead and a girl that looked like she'd been sexually assaulted
I'd
with her
forgotten
panties
about
around
that.
on the inside sleeve.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the original sleeve for it that they wouldn't release, so they stuck it on the inside. I looked at the art of that, and there was something about that just drew me in. And then, yes, but we're not talking about that. And then the next time I was in the library, and bear in mind I was usually cruising Asterix books at that time anyway, I found a graphic novel,
Okay.
which was, I think it might have been Akira.
Oh, really? Got into some manga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like straight off the bat. And then literally that was like story, comic. It's like Garfield, but with violence and less hating Mondays and lasagna. So, and fuck normal. So, likey. And then just grew from there and then found a whole storyline to grip onto. And then one of the nice things about DC and Marvel is that they're not afraid to branch.
No.
And cross over.
True.
So you could go in and buy a Fantastic Four comic.
Well, they love it because it sells them more issues.
Yeah, but like you'll find, there's Spidey. Quite like that. Check out Spider-Man. Iron Man
Very cool.
comes past.
Yeah, that's very similar.
what about you, Tom? How did you get into comics?
Well, as a kid, I used to read like Beano, Dandy, all that kind of stuff. The
Not Dandy.
proper UK stuff that we used to be brought up. And I was mainly a Beano kid, I must admit.
Yeah.
I don't know. So was I. Which was your jam for
Patch
Beano?
Street Kids or whatever it was.
I was just
Bash
gonna-
Street.
Bash
Bash
Street
Street
Kids.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it, yeah,
with
yeah,
Plug.
yeah. Same here.
That was my favourite.
I like Billy Whiz
Billy Whiz was pretty cool.
and Roger the Dodger.
Roger the Dodger, yeah. For me, I started reading like these weird Americanized comics about a certain blue hedgehog.
So
Oh, really?
One of my first loves of comics was reading the origin story of Sonic.
that's just been rebooted by Netflix. It's awful.
It gets. Oh no! Like the origin story of Sonic keeps changing. Like he was brown in this thing. He was like this weird. What's Robotnik spelt backwards? That was the Doctor's name.
Right. Okay.
And then everything
Tom,
went
was
wrong. There was
Sonic-
an egg involved. I can't exactly remember, but I remember reading that comic over and over and over and over again.
So was that the first one that you then like?
I remember
this is mine.
I remember like reading comics constantly. Now, I kind of fell out of it after leaving the Beano at like age 11, 12 or whatever it was. Yeah. And then when I went to university, went into a nerd shop to buy some anime. May have even been Akira, to be honest. It was one of those first DVDs that I bought, maybe Studio Ghibli or something. And I remember seeing this little goth girl on a comic book cover. I looked over and I was just like, Lenore. Okay, what's this? And I picked it up, and it's Roman Dirge Lenore. Also well known for being one of the best mates of Jonah Vasquez, who is Invader Zim creator. So it was very, very gothy, very punky kind of aesthetic to it. And it's all about America's favourite little dead girl.
Yes.
Lenore.
Yeah.
And I opened up a random page of a random comic, and it was a retelling of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a good story.
And I read that entire thing standing there. I was like, I'm buying this. And then I picked up the next Lenore comic that was next to it, opened up on a random page, and it was a retelling of Pop Goes the Weasel. And this comic, I'll briefly explain it in an audio medium. Starts it off and they're having a party. There's Lenore and her little teddy and a weasel. And it's like, once around the mulberry bush. And then pop goes the weasel and it just explodes and there's viscera and guts everywhere. And Lenore's just like crying. And this teddy's like, and it keeps happening. And then another weasel come in, no, you need to leave. You need to go. Pop goes the weasel. And it's more and more weasels just exploding.
So
and that hooked me.
You
At
already,
that point, I realised comics were for fully grown men
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
I read Bear, which I made you read before.
I like
which
Bear.
he
Is,
says, pointing to Beth.
which is like just brutal ADHD murder.
Not my favourite.
And then obviously Jonah Vasquez, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Oh no, that was really, really good. And cat with a really big head.
Oh, Luskin from Bear. Yeah.
Oh, is that Bet? No. There was a whole comic of the cat who had such a big head that he
Oh,
had
yeah,
to
no,
be on
that's-
stilts to
Yeah, I
hold his
think-
head up.
That's it's either Roman Dirge or Jonah Vasquez. I can't remember what that is. But yeah, I got into the goth comics, the punk comics of the noughties. And then from there went into the suits and tights of Marvel and DC. And then I went into the historical stuff with Mouse and books of that kind of ilk. And then, yeah, now I just constantly read.
Did you
If
ever
you-
catch the indie title? It was like Preacher.
Oh,
I've
Garth,
heard
Garth
of
Ennis.
Preacher.
Garth Ennis, the guy who wrote The Boys.
Yeah.
The Boys. I
Yeah.
love The Boys.
Well, it's the same guy, isn't it? It's fucking amazing.
Preacher's great. Boys.
He was a big thing for me because he also wrote the Punisher Max series, which is just fucking astounding. Which is basically like the Punisher story in more of a modern setting, more modern world. And the Hellblazer stuff he did was incredible as well. Garth Ennis was big. Transmetropolitan as well.
So
I'm going to stop talking.
So my way into comics, like I've had a very stop-start relationship with comics throughout my life. Like along with you, Tom, I started out on Beano. I never really got Dandy. I never really liked the characters.
No, it's not as good.
Beano's way better.
Yeah, exactly. I started off with Dandy. Beano. I started off with Beano because that was the thing I could buy
Yeah.
reliably every week after I'd spent the rest of my pocket money on sweets.
Yeah.
I could grab a
Penny
Beano.
sweets and a Beano.
Absolutely.
And
That
you normally
is the
got...
most-
Exactly.
That is the most
that.
heartwarming English thing I've ever heard
Penny
in my
sweets
life.
and a Beano.
Life even.
Have a banana.
And then that kind of that fell away for a while, and then I don't know. There was this period where I was kind of a little older, kind of sort of preteen sort of era, where I discovered my parents' old copies of the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers and Fat Freddy's Cat, which are old
I've not heard of that.
adult comics.
Me neither.
They are funny. They
Awesome.
are properly funny. They're ridiculous. It is full on stoner humour.
Can you remind me of this when we stop recording? I wanna go for a
Absolutely.
read.
Check it out. It's pretty good. And then after that, again, Bigelow. And and then Darren got me back into it for a while, just in time to catch, as it was coming out, the Jackal, the clone storyline of Spider-Man, which is like where I finished, but it's why Spider-Man is still one of my favourite superheroes, bar Gambit.
Yeah.
I caught that storyline, and that was like, as a kid, I mean, I'm what 12, 13, 14, and this storyline.
You look haggard for a 14-year-old. Mate.
This storyline is all about it's about clones, and it's about existential doubt of a clone, and it's all about like worlds being torn down, and kind of these other clones of you being sort of modified elves, and the Jackal as a bad guy is just hideous and insidious and awful.
Yeah.
I fucking adored it. And then, like, I started reading the next one after that. It's like, well, this isn't the Jackal, so fuck that off. And then I left that for the longest time. I tried bits and pieces here and there, realised I don't really like superheroes that much. At least the bits that I read, it was just...
It's very different, isn't it?
It
is.
It felt a bit one-dimensional compared to like the other shit I was reading. So I left it.
Maybe it's too much in our society. Maybe it's too much like superheroes have been around since we were little kids. Fucking like they were the things to inspire us. But really, we need a bit more depth when we get older.
I think what it is it's a reaction against the iconoclastic ideal. Like every superhero, and again, largely American heroes, they represent this iconoclastic ideal. They are kind of aside from the norm. They kind of go against everything, and
no one understands.
They do well regardless. It's just like, well, it's the same ball. It's the same thing as watching kind of the Karate Kid or Dances with Wolves or Avatar back to back. It's all the colonialist fantasy.
Oh yeah.
So like every superhero thing is kind of along
By the way,
those lines.
we're doing that.
It's along those same lines. But like Tom, a few years ago, you sort of convinced me to read some. As I said, Mouse was one of them. You gave me Watchmen, which was kind of it was an interesting take on the superhero thing, but I didn't really get on with it so much.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm not surprised
this is the
it got
thing.
picked up by a
Tights is a
movie.
hard thing to read.
Chew.
Oh, motherfucking Chew.
Like, you gave me the first omnivore volume of Chew, and I want to
bitch.
read the rest. That shit
that
is
comic.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
the story
Go on.
of Chew is essentially a detective story, except like the dude that you follow, he has a power, and he is I don't know how to pronounce it. I believe it's cyberpath or cyberpath.
I think it's cyberpath.
CIBO path.
Yeah.
And basically what that means is when he eats something, he gets
Their power.
No, he gets a kind of a psychic signature
a sort
of
of
its
story.
entire story.
Goodness
of it.
gracious.
If he ate a slaughtered chicken, he would see it being hatched, it growing up, eeting grain,
That's
and then being
interesting.
slaughtered.
Taz,
So he can't eat that shit. And the only thing that he can eat reliably that he doesn't give him the backstory is pickled beets.
Yeah.
Can I
But
ask a
so
question?
much
if
of
he
this,
blows a dude, does he get the entire backstory?
don't know, never came up.
Oh,
So like,
If you pardon the pun.
sorry, dude, sorry to railroad you there. So like the whole crux of this is
If you were a homicide detective, how would you investigate a murder if you had this power?
you'd eat the corpse.
Brain.
bang, and it is.
And
You'd blow
so
the
many
dude.
scenes of him having to eat this horrible
And
thing.
every time he does it, it is awful, and it's just
It makes you retch just
is-
reading it.
yeah,
it's
it's
so
really
funny.
good.
And it's so funny. It's in
is.
a world where chicken's been outlawed because of bird flu. Like, it's so good, this universe.
and I don't know. I've seen just enough to convince me that maybe I should give comics more time. But I'm still waiting for I need to pick up more Chew
Taz?
and more other bits and pieces. But that's kind of.
Let me lend you a graphic novel of Guards.
But I already
He's
know
already
the
knows
story, mate.
I know
it
the
inside out.
graphics would help.
It's
One of the best gifts I've ever received was from you, Taryn.
I know
And
what
it only
this
took
is.
some penicillin and 8 weeks to get rid of it.
In fact,
Had a lot of therapy.
it was microscopic.
alright.
Eye.
Don't do yourself down, my love.
He gave me the second biggest book in my collection, which was Sandman Volume 1.
Yes,
hardback,
Gaiman.
omnibus. Oh my god, that opened my eyes.
I
to
should
some shit.
probably read that, shouldn't I?
They're making a film of
you
that
would
now.
It's dated as fuck.
Gaiman is
However,
a
you would
wicked
really,
writer.
really love it.
Yeah.
However, it is the second biggest book I've got because I want to lend you the biggest book I've ever got.
What's that now?
When I first started reading comics as an adult, I bought Bone, which is...
Oh, I've already read Bone. You gave me Bone.
Fuck!
Bone was wicked.
No, you already gave it to him. It was your fault that he had it.
You already gave me Bone.
I've already given you much Bone.
Tom,
But it
Biggest bone I have.
Can I try your big bone?
You can have as much of my big bone as you can
I'd
stomach.
love to.
It wasn't a complete thing though, because it finished part way through.
Nope. Oh, you had the first volume.
Ah!
Did he pull out?
I've got is
He pulled
that
out before
fat.
you finished.
I'm holding my hands approximately 4.5, 5 inches apart. It's that fat.
Do you know,
Okay, cool.
I have two
It's the entire
walking...
story. It, however, does rush the finish because he kind of ran out of money and time to publish. And then it, yeah. However, a beautiful fantasy universe.
It is. Yeah, I really enjoyed Bone.
So yeah.
I have 2 omnibuses of Walking Dead, each half that size, and I had the opportunity to buy that size book for Walking Dead. But no one will know the pain you have to suffer when lying in bed holding that bastard up.
Oh yeah,
Try to
especially
be-
if you're
He's
laying
like
on your back.
smacking you on the face.
And then if you fall asleep while holding that book, your nose is broken.
You think it hurts when you drop an iPhone on your face from 6 inches?
Try that
dropping
bastard.
an omnibus. That's the pain of comic books.
Greg,
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Greg, you haven't chipped in yet.
Well, this is a bit of a sappy story with my treasures of comics. I started reading the comics with my dad. My dad would obviously get the newspaper, and then we would start with Hagar.
The horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hagar
yeah.
the Horrible. And that's where I started when I was like a really young
think
child.
most
I would read
kids did, yeah.
Like me and my dad, he would read the sports and read the newspaper while I read the comics.
Yeah, the funny pages.
Yeah, the funny pages. And that's where I started from there. But then I went on to
Family Circle. Garfield.
no. I moved from there to what are the name of those
Felix the
two Swedish Vikings?
Oh, Ajax and Obelix. Oh, no.
no.
yeah.
They're French
Obelix and-
schools.
Swedish? They're French.
They're
What about
from Gaul.
Asterix?
The Indomitable Gauls.
Asterix and
Asterix
Obelix.
and Obelix. They're
Yeah,
from
Asterix
French.
and Obelix.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
that was
From
Swedish.
I knew what he
Britannia.
meant.
Fuck me, I've got a collection. I completely forgot about
Brittany.
them.
Sorry,
carry
Brittany.
They're
on.
so
Brittany.
good, aren't they?
But that's where I started from there. But then I sidestepped him straight through to manga.
Oh,
From
really?
Sweden.
What did you read?
Oh, well, straight to Naruto and Bleach.
Bleach,
and
okay.
Pandora
Bleach was
Hudson.
good for a while.
Yeah, but then I suddenly went from there to monster porn.
And that's been the last 6 months.
Oh, actually, yeah. As you brought up Asterix and Obelix, I've got one more thing to add, which is
Cacophonics. Vital Statistics.
the only other comic I think it's one of the only series I've ever read off my own back, and it's purely because I adore the films. It's Battle Royale.
Oh, yes. Today, I looked down on my little pigeonhole bookshop and I went,
And guess
"Is
what?
that
I
Kim-
sneaked in
Is
there.
that Kimmy, the stereotypical Asian girl in our house? Is that her manga?" And she's like, "No, this is mine, Tom."
All 15 volumes, motherfucker. No, that's really interesting.
I'm
though.
going to read it.
Because the thing is, like, you
I haven't
can
read
get,
manga for yonks.
You can get Battle Royale in 3 forms. You got the film, which is still actually my favourite.
It is really good.
The novel is actually well worth reading, but the manga makes it a little bit manga, and it's kind of twee in a certain way, but it's lovely. It's well worth a read.
Cool.
May I just pimp out right? I say he's my friend, but he's actually.
I hate his fucking guts.
No.
So...
He's actually just an acquaintance.
Right
that is
here.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say. Okay, go on.
Fetish Man.
Yes, I've still got your copies of that.
I was wondering where the hell they were. Have you read them?
Yes, I have, like several times.
Aren't they amazing?
They're funny as
Okay,
fuck.
so basically, Fetish Man is an amazing comic. That's why I say he's a friend. I think I've met him once or twice at Whitby Goth Festival. Big up. But basically, he's really good friends with Bex, who's going to be on the podcast.
Yes, she will be soon.
Forthcoming.
Foreshadowing.
For sure.
That's more goth. Foreshadowing's more goth.
Absolutely.
So
no,
yeah.
eyeliner, that's more goth.
So the chap
Check out her YouTube, Trista Bites.
Trista Bites. She does. Well, she's talked a lot about Deadpool recently, hasn't she? On
She
Trista
has.
Bites.
She does actually just pimping out her shit. She's done a really, really good review of Deadpool without spoilers. So if you're interested in going to see
Yeah.
Deadpool, have a listen to her review. It's quite cool.
That's true. So basically, Fetish Man is a comic that is amazing. Right. It was handed to me and I was like, I'm not really into comics and, rah, rah, rah. Oh my God, this is fucking hilarious.
Because it's in your wheelhouse.
It's so funny. It's Fetish Man is so funny. Basically,
Okay.
he's a superhero that can't do anything because he's in a gimp suit. So all this stuff goes around
It is a
him.
really good premise. It sets it up for so many weird.
Dude, you don't think that that joke could last? It
really
lasts.
does. Like, things you hadn't even thought about. Yeah.
It's so funny. And what's quite nice is because I'm mates with his mates, he's done little, really cute, personalised comics or art for them. So it gives
Okay.
it another little, added happiness to it. But yeah, Fetish Man is amazing. Everyone should check him out.
Cool. I mean, has anyone got anything else to say on comics?
The only thing I can think of is say what your favourite comic is, just that title, and then move on to the next topic.
Okay, so I've got 2 parts. I've got another thing to bring up.
Go for it.
Favorite comic book character
enjoyed this.
is probably Gambit.
Actually, I was going to say, because all the
Check
time
out
you were
Taz
saying
dressed up
about
as
how,
I've never.
the stereotypical superhero trope is not reprehensible. That's putting words in your mouth, but, something that's been constructed by our media.
Okay, so break it down like this, right? The dude has a wicked accent. If you break it down into
Mortuary.
D&D terms, he's effectively a monk character, so well up on that. He is roguish as fuck. And
So he's a rogue then, not a...
well, yeah, no, roguish in character rather than propensities. I really like him. I've not read him extensively. I should really give him some time.
Well, you're dressing him as him this weekend, so
Victorian wise,
maybe...
yeah, absolutely. The other thing that happened recently is going over to Chris's to do the crossover thing that I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
His housemate has a Lobo book.
Lobo's a motherfucker.
Lobo is a character I've only discovered recently, which is
Thanks to Danny Trejo, I bet.
Yeah, no. It's actually thanks to the Forbidden Realms game, the DC.
Oh, yeah.
Heroes Among Us.
Gods Amongst Us.
Gods Among Gods Among Us. Lobo was a character in that,
Yeah.
and I was watching Dee play him, and Dee just sort of turned around.
Injustice.
Injustice,
Sorry,
yeah.
it's called Injustice, the game, yeah.
Yeah, and he sort of turned around. I was like, Dee, who's this guy? He's like, oh, this is Lobo. Fucking check out what he does. That's ridiculous. Went up, looked him up.
He's
I was
like a
he's got a bike
badass.
called the the Hellspaz 666.
Yep.
He is a dolphin conversationist.
Yep.
No, not.
Conservatist.
That's the one. And a whole other bunch of ridiculous
Unless he
Metal-
talks to
metal
dolphins.
as-
He is
Fuck.
metal as fuck. So I need to read some of his shit as well.
It's basically... Is it? Yeah, he is DC, isn't it? Yeah, Lobo.
He is DC, yeah.
No, he's Marvel.
No, he's DC.
No, he's DC, I think.
He is so DC.
I thought he was part of the...
No, he is.
No, he's definitely DC.
Well, considering he was in the DC fighting game, I will put money on the fact.
No,
that,
Lobo is DC, but
and in
he
fact,
is
the
like
fact, the book I
DC's
picked up
Deadpool.
the other day.
He's just a comic character as fuck.
Dude,
Like,
you
he
can
is.
pull that
Dude,
face
he
as
is.
much as you want. I will prove it to you.
I'm trying to think of the Marvel character I'm mistaking him for.
It'll be one from the cable
So, Greg,
universe.
favorite
No,
comic?
I think it's Mutant X. Oh, me?
No, Greg.
Oh, sorry.
Well, recently I've been sort of leaning towards Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
The only reason being is I recently saw a little snippet, which basically is a little strip that says, so if you're invincible, why do you always block the bullets? And then all the bullets
Because she's
come.
Amazonian, she's bigger than everyone else.
She's a warrior. She is warrior as fuck.
No, the reason is because it's obviously the bullets come, she doesn't block them, and her tits bounce everywhere.
Way to objectify the strong woman of comics.
It's a fucking comic. Right, okay. So
Also, pointed out to me
Woman is
recently.
actually really fucking cool.
Also pointed out to me recently, the only member of the Justice League that, if everyone had their powers stripped, would be of any fucking use whatsoever.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
She's battle trained. She's battle hardened.
Yeah, she is a commander and a fighter
She
already.
is a warrior.
Everyone else relies on their powers.
Greg brought up the tits bounce around everywhere. Literally.
He's an awful human
No,
being.
literally. Even Disney has tits all over the place.
Yes.
Literally, the smallest
I know
tits in the
this.
world.
I know this. However,
Let it
comics are horrible at
Right? Yeah, exactly. So why is that a bad thing that he's brought up, that the fucking tits bounce all over the place? Because they're meant to, because they've drawn in fucking comics. I'm going to an anime party on Saturday.
Don't lump us
and
in with
it's
the
all,
Japanese.
Like, it's all massive tits.
Well, yeah, it's Japanese.
All right, Jessica Rabbit then. The whole point of her is to have massive tits until someone told them, that's a bit too big now.
I started off saying that's objectifying women.
And then you had a well, not really.
Okay, Beth. Like,
Massive tits are amazing.
Beth, like the idea to like add some desexualization to comics is a whole other topic.
It is, however, something that's becoming more of a trend.
Yes,
which is
and
quite cool.
as well it should. Ed, your favourite comic book character or comic book?
The greatest comic book character of all time, in my humble opinion, has always been and always will be the Joker.
I knew
It's a
it.
good call. It's a good
And
call.
will never change, and no one will
Sweet.
persuade
Whose
me.
run of Joker?
I have a certain penchant for Killing Joker.
Fuck yeah, I love you, Eddie. That is the best
Killing
Joker.
Joke is my
ever.
favourite comic
Ever.
book novel. It is, but I do enjoy the Joker that's recently come back and had to staple his own face back on,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
because that's quite pretty.
I don't know, like the way in Killing Joke in particular, the way the Joker is drawn
It's
is
beautiful.
Is that where
Scary
is
as-
that where they have to have hooks to keep his smile on?
That's the staple one, but no, Killing Joker is the Harley Quinn stark face.
Drawn as fuck, just the proportions of his face are just like stretched to an extreme. It's just grotesque looking at it.
He just looks like a death rictus on a live person. It's beautiful.
Amazingly well drawn.
Okay, like before we get to Tom, Beth.
Yeah,
Best comic.
don't end with me. Shit.
No, we're ending with you, and I'm looking for something decisive. Beth, favourite comic?
Pandora, done.
Cool.
Oh, fucking give me a lead in.
Nope, go for it.
Okay, I think probably my favourite comic book of all time has to be Bear.
It is amazing.
Beth.
I believe it was put out by Slave Labour, which is... Sorry, that's the name of a publishing house.
You mean Nike made
Slave
it?
Labour
It's like,
Graphics, I believe
it's
the
like
name is.
whenever we have to look for, like, there's a really
No,
good
it's not,
metal
it's
band
British.
called, there's a really good metal band called Child Labour or Child, it's, oh fuck, I've forgotten its name. Basically, if you search for it in the internet, you will be put on a list.
Yeah.
So, Slave Labour is an amazing name.
Well, they're the guys that were Joan and Basquiat and Roman Dirge and all that kind of stuff. That was Slave Labour Graphics. But Bear is just incredible
It's really
telling.
funny.
It's a guy, his teddy bear, and his pet cat. Doesn't sound that interesting until you add in the fact that the cat's an absolute psychopath. The bear is just trying to get by on his life. And the guy is the person who's giving these characteristics to the bear and the cat, and he's completely insane.
Deep.
This isn't
Goth
real.
comics
This
are the
does
best.
not work.
Oh, dude, you have to pass that my way. I'd like to have a look at that.
But it also includes things like Lushkin running around the house with a bat saying, "Pitin, I can kill you, I'm gonna bat your batty head in." Because it's English as well. That's probably my favourite comic book. My comic book character is Hellboy. Mike Mignola is that is a very, very close second to Bear. The fact that he is King Arthur's progeny. I'm just going to leave that there.
Oh
Spoilers.
gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. The actor
Rightful
that
King of
plays-
England,
Ron
motherfucker.
Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman
Ron
playing
Perlman.
Hellboy. Oh my god, is that
Perfect,
not the
yeah.
fucking most perfect thing in the world?
I don't know.
I
Ryan Reynolds
would
playing
really-
Deadpool. That's the most perfect.
I meant the most perfect for Hellboy. Oh my god.
okay.
Those films are brilliant. The
So
first
good.
film's not so good, but the second film
Yes, with
is
the tree in the middle of the
Del Toro
middle-
was the director, wasn't he?
I think it was. Which
his,
is a perfect
his creature
team.
creation is perfect for those books.
Anyway,
All right.
yes, we've done that to death.
You're ready
haven't
for another one?
I think
You're
we've
ready for
literally
this?
just done.
Captain Sickbeard!
You're right, Dom.
How's it going, Dom? Donald Trump.
Oh, I wrote this one down today.
Wait. Donald Trump. So this isn't so much a topic as it is a statement. However, we can sort of move on. Donald Trump, we can all say if he gets in, we should just retake America. Each country take their respective states.
I think that's fair enough.
Like, to be fair...
They've lost the right to become a country, or be a country, when they've elected that dickhead.
Really?
Just-
With Idi Amin and Saddam Hussein and everyone else, like...
He's not a fascist dictator, but he's a fucking idiot.
I have my own theory for Trump disposal.
Hang on, sorry. Like, before we go off on Trump, I want to, like, bring it to the topic in hand, like rehanding states to those who originally owned them. I mean, unless we go right back and just say, give it back to the natives, absolutely not. And at that, even at that point, sort of rehanding to the natives, like, we whites have fucked them so hard that, like, if we just handed America back, it probably wouldn't end well.
That's not what Donald Trump is fighting for or fighting against.
No. But this is the topic. Just like if he comes back and if he gets power, like the people who held the states, like the nations who held the states beforehand, retake it. So no, because a lot of it's going to be English, and like we're not doing very well at the moment. We have huge amounts of hatred and paranoia going on at the moment. France is going hugely right wing at the moment. Then we've got Mexico having bits. No, because they've been completely fucked by America and everything is turmoil. You got the bits that were held by Spain. Maybe they'd be all right because Spain's not doing too poorly, as far as I'm aware. There may be shit I'm unaware of. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a good idea. Holland. Actually, do you know what? Holland retaking Pennsylvania and New York / New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
That could be a massive shout.
That could be a shout.
Other
Can we
than
not
Amsterdam
just
1
give
is
America?
getting a bit crowded. So
Can we not
could
just
do with
give
the second.
America to Holland and give Holland to America? And then they go, you can have the big country back when you learn how to use it properly. In the meantime, we're going to send some lovely Dutch people in who are going to drink a lot of coffee and have conversation. That's
that's my thoughts on the topic specifically. Now, Donald Trump, bang, let's go. We got more to say.
Rather than invading and giving back, my plan would be to. I've given this careful thought. Now, I think I'm right in saying that it's still considered the world's greatest clandestine unit is the Secret Air Service of the British Empire. Yes. So we take the SAS because, we own them, and we send them in and they kidnap Donald Trump. Now they then take him to Sweden, which is a non-disparate extradition country. Yes.
Don't give him to Sweden. Sweden's in bad times.
No.
Give him to Norway.
No, I'm giving them to Sweden for a reason.
Okay.
It's not all economic, my friend. This is science.
Okay.
Right. So we send them to Sweden, which is a whatever the word I just said, country.
Yeah, for now, like bearing in mind, Sweden is having massive nationalist problems.
I get that, but Trump goes to Sweden because he goes to CERN.
Why the fuck would you put him in CERN? Carry on.
Stick him in a collider.
Actually, put him in a collider.
It gets better. CERN are looking for the singularity. I propose if we insert Donald Trump's head up of his ass and continue that process till it turns into itself, we can create the singularity out of the single biggest twat.
He's already done half the work for us.
Yes, his head's already up there. Little lubricant, little gravity. Life is great. So that's my plan.
So here's the thing I'd like to bring up.
That was a great line.
Mantra for life. Jesus.
So since the last issue, I've done some reading. Like I'm spending a lot of time on stage behind bits of set. So I've got
Listening
nothing.
to
Mamma mia, you're joking me.
Nothing but time to sit on my phone and just read shit. And I've been reading some articles, and there was one that made this really good point. This was I believe this was a cracked article actually, and this was yes, it would be. The title was like the 5 awful things, weird things you learn from reading Donald Trump's books. And one of them, which I found really interesting, was actually kind of one of his motivations. Now, if you look at his speeches, if you look at his writings, if you look at basically everything he does, he keeps kind of coming back to this phrase, which is, they are laughing at us. They are laughing at us. It's like, I won't
Us
have
and
people
them, us and
laughing
them.
at me. And it's all, like, he seems to be a person who's lived his life in fear of ridicule. Everything he does seems,
boy.
Really?
seems
That
to
weak?
be seems to be towards, like, everything he does seems to be kind of geared towards putting himself in a position where he can't be laughed at anymore.
Which
Yeah.
puts him in a position where he's constantly laughed at.
Yeah, because
that's
he's
why-
such a fucking clown.
But that's why he's
Yeah.
got so much power. The reason why he balks at that so much is because he's been fed his entire life from having a rich father who gave him investment, which would be amazing if he could fucking use it.
In
So he's
fact,
having to
as-
prove himself his entire time. He's got so many people telling him he's an
Oh,
idiot his entire
Donald.
life. He's got so many people telling he's an
wanna
idiot his
give him
entire
a
life.
hug.
So I can understand why he would be annoyed at this.
Oh, I feel so
now-
sorry for his.
Now,
Beth, if I ever get
Fucking
convicted of
fat face.
murder, could you be my lawyer, please?
but now he's in a position where he could potentially, if people are ridiculous, he could potentially be in control of a lot of people. He could be in a bigger power than he already is, and that's scary.
Well, I mean, again, if you listen to last episodes, something I brought up is it seems unlikely that he's going to take power because he doesn't have any crossover votes. Like the Trump fanatics are going to vote Trump.
No one else will.
No, absolutely no
Dude,
one else
man,
will.
we did Tories too fucking easy.
Who is the presenter
Good
of
media
the
on that one, or
TV
bad
show
media, rather.
Pointless?
Sorry?
Who is the presenter of the TV show Pointless? Big, tall dude with glasses.
Jimmy Carr.
No.
Oh, and
Right?
No, not
but Pointless. He's talking about the not the presenter, but the dude.
Yeah,
who-
the big, tall dude.
yeah.
the funny guy.
I can't remember.
This
his name, but
gentleman,
him, yeah.
I ask everyone listening, if you want to know the truth of it, that man whose name we really should do justice to remember.
Yeah, it's annoying. He is
he-
actually well good.
He studied American politics. He's majored in it. He knows a massive amount, and he's actually just recently given an interview where he's just explained what's going to happen by the best estimates, and it's interesting listening. It really is. Sorry.
Can we, like,
We
if
need
we
to
think
find that
about
name.
it,
I'm
it's
gonna
what you've
find
Have a
the
look,
name.
dude.
It's what you've already kind of discussed, the big country. That's a lot of country to govern. I mean, that's a lot of different people and a lot of different geography. There's a lot of different terrain. There's a lot of different religions and stuff. That's America being governed is a ridiculous concept in the first place. To be fair, it's fucking gigantic. You've got the name,
Richard Osman.
Richard Osman.
That's his name.
You're a genius, sir.
Yeah. No, he is. He's a good sort.
So
He
that
absolutely
is
is.
that is an almost impossible job to be able to govern that big and that vast
Well, they've
a
proved
community.
it's not possible. Look at the fucking state of them.
Can I just say?
I understand what you're saying, though. Yeah.
Can I just say, like, it is a bit of a worry, I won't lie. But the thing is, it's Bush Jr. again. And you know what? Yes, like, colossal fuck up of the world.
Well, to be
Was
fair, they
Bush.
didn't actually vote him in.
Like, no, he kind of... Dick Cheney voted in him, and that's the main
Thanks,
thing.
Florida.
In Florida's defense, would you really want to vote counted if you had the same name as a convict, lived in the same house as a convict, was black, or any other accent like that? It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
they're ever so dangerous.
Yes. But like literally, like Bush came in and like the man like read a storybook while towers crashed.
Right, okay. To be fair, right, that's fucking insane, the situation that everyone was in.
Yeah, but he
However,
didn't just leave the room.
He
Oh no!
didn't-
Sorry.
he
I've
handled
got
it
to
poorly,
stop everyone there. That
however,
wasn't
that's
the
exactly what I'm
Towers.
doing.
That was New Orleans.
Was it New
No, it
Orleans?
wasn't.
Yeah, it
It's
was
the
New
Towers.
Orleans.
No, it's the Towers.
It was.
Was it New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like
Either way, like it was a horrific
Right.
disaster, and the
What would you do?
The commander,
What would you do? I'm
the
not saying he did the
commander-in-chief-
right thing,
right,
but what would you do in this situation?
in
You're
po-
sitting in front of a
in
bunch of children.
politics-
What would you do?
In politics,
Leave the room because you're the leader of the free world and deal with that shit.
In politics, if
don't
you're-
sit there like a numpty who's
Don't-
waiting to be told he can leave class.
fucking start me on the phrase "leader of the free world."
Well, that's my whole point.
But anyway,
Maybe I should have been here for Jamestown last week.
in politics, you wear two hats. You've got your political hat in regards to your party and your seat, and then you've got your governmental hat in terms of the job you do. And that's the balance, yeah? You've got to be popular and get the job done. That's the trick, yeah? So, but there are times, particularly in national crisis, where if you are the freely elected leader of that country, that's your job. Not
That is the biggest one, yeah.
Not touching skin with like the voting public and making yourself look good in press junket. It's time to go put on the big boy hat, yeah, and be the leader. Now, Adam Hill, an Australian comedian with one leg who is a fucking hilarious man.
He's fucking hilarious.
He summed it up best by saying, if Clinton had been in charge, he would have been straight down to New Orleans, stood on the nearest pier, dropped his pants and went, hey, Katrina, blow this. But yes, so like
Just
that,
inserted some bendy sex whistle there.
Yeah, no, it's saxophone that he loves so well. Do you not remember Bill Clinton?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
no, yeah.
He doesn't like the saxophone?
Bendy sex whistle.
Is that the same thing? I don't know your ever so hip hop, hippity hop hop, we don't stop words.
But yeah, so Bush, it was a twat, you know, but like shit didn't end.
And for largest understatement on the Pot Topic podcast, we go to Eddie.
It's one of those odd
can sum
situations
anything
where, like, electing a clown into leadership. Now, like,
I don't know, Marceau, I would be fine with.
We've done it here. We did it with London, with Boris Johnson.
A man who got voted in on Have I Got News for You?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Oh, he's ever so funny.
The dude is an absolute clown, but he's actually really intelligent as well.
Like,
Like,
he wouldn't
the dude
be
knows
a
his
musician if he
job
wasn't
quite well.
intelligent.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's a lot.
We all started talking over each other.
Is that what schizophrenia
like-
feels like?
Yeah, like the dude knows his job. He does it, and he does it really well, and he does it to the detriment of most people because he's a conservative. But he does it splendidly, and the clown persona was something that really helped him. Like everyone would just get it disarmed. It disarmed people.
I mean, how do people feel about
but
Preston?
as the president.
Prescott, not Preston. He walked out on everyone else. Prescott.
Fuck me, Prescott
that's a
should
deep
have
cut.
taken leadership.
Right, so Prescott.
Prescott should have been our
Prescott
leader.
we like because he's hard and he talks his mind.
I wouldn't say like, but
But
Keep going.
exactly, this is the thing.
Stomach.
We like him because of his demeanour and the way that he deals with shit. He's not going to be able to. He's not able to
I would
control
like
stuff.
him because
No.
he's not Cameron.
Yeah.
Anyone.
But
Fucking
Cameron's just a
Mr.
poster
Blobby.
boy. He's just a
Mr. Blobby
poster
would be
boy.
there.
That's-
Yeah, but at least he'd fall over and knock into Noel a bit.
the thing.
Noel's flat party.
The thing I always liked about Prescott is that he's got the socialist bent, but he's also a prick. But he never hid the fact that he was a prick. He was always quite open about it. He always spoke openly, just like, well, fucking yeah, whatever.
He was a dick.
I'm a
let's
prick. Yeah,
face it.
absolutely.
He's an
But he
absolute
would
dickhead,
have
but he's
been
a politician.
He would have
Comes
been
with the territory.
He would have been wicked for the role, and it's
role.
Yeah,
We're not
of
we're not
leadership.
casting.
To be fair, he wasn't up for the role. I'm only
No, he
presenting
wasn't.
this.
This is
I'm
a
only
shame.
presenting this because of the demeanour and the kind of social understanding of who these people are.
But like, so my point was, yeah, like we put a clown in a position of power.
Oh, fuck it. You
but
say we're
it's-
not ones to talk. America, do whatever the fuck you want. Elect Donald. We've got
Please,
fucking
but-
Cameron.
Please,
But
don't.
at least the clown we put in power had some ounce of nous about him.
Yeah, it was
Trump
halfway
is-
down a pig's throat,
Trump-
apparently.
No, again, I'm still talking about Boris.
Okay, sorry.
not Cameron. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Boris doesn't control our NHS, he controls our bikes.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about him?
Because it's a position of power. It's not the position of power. It's
that's
a
true,
position
that's
of power.
true.
Like it wasn't the ultimate, but it's like, oh, do you know what? He played just fair enough. Like Trump, there is nowhere down the ladder at which he's not a fucking joke.
I watched his speech recently and he was literally shit-slinging about all the rest of the people that were in the runnings. He didn't say anything about anything that he was going to do. He just talked about how everyone else was shit.
Oh, and you're
Isn't that
so
politics 101?
No,
I mean, what is he saying? He's just saying that he's good at
diverting the
roasting.
topic.
However, you do realise that all presidents and politicians have a roast.
But it's so boring. Can we not just talk about what we want to do and stop fucking shit slinging? It's ridiculous.
well. I
I don't know, did you see that clip with Obama where they
Yeah.
played The Lion King?
It's amazing.
Thank you.
I like Obama, even though he didn't come up with a lot of his promises. I do like Obama, and it's really fucking annoying that Americans only do the 2-term thing because we don't. and I'd really like to see Obama go because there's no one else who can do it better than
he's not
Obama.
been particularly
He's not been
effective.
fantastic. He's
Oh.
not He's not come up on his promises on everything.
I think he's
He's
done a lot for that
so
country,
much
but that's
better than
because I'm a
everyone else.
socialist. So.
Do you know what? He's, especially in his second term, he's done, like, more than you could have imagined, considering that he's been fighting against a majority Republican House.
Yeah.
He has done exceedingly well.
Yeah.
And this
And
is
he's been
like,
kicked out because of a fucking
yeah.
law that makes no sense.
yeah, absolutely. It's just one of the hideous things about American politics is like you saying like they've all done like all the prospective presidents have done their roast, they've done their bit, right? They've done their shit slinging. It's one of the hideous things about it is you don't vote for the party, you vote for the leader.
Yeah, but that's the same in us. It's all poster boy shit.
When I vote for the party, not so much.
Yeah, because you actually think with your brain. There's a lot of people that don't.
All right, Beth. Over here, the party has a leader.
Yeah.
And you either vote for the leader and, by extension, vote for the party, or you vote for the party and by extension the leader. In America, like, where they got the two-party system, there's always 4 in the running, and there's 2 combatants on either side. So the vote is always split, which causes such a shitstorm.
Actually, to place that on there, Michael Bloomberg, which is the multi-billionaire who was he was the New York governor.
Yes.
He is looking at going in as an independent against whichever of the two parties.
Is he too late?
He
And
doesn't
he
have a
will
chance,
fail.
does he? Because
No,
it's a
'cause he-
bipartisan
yeah.
country.
It is a bipartisan country, but he's also a billionaire who can then blanket advertise to try and bring up votes.
That's true. Just the
In
same
a
way
country
Trump
where
does.
everyone votes for one of 2 parties,
It'd be-
they're not going to vote for the independent.
Well, fuck it.
No,
There
but
might be
it's
some
the
really
idea.
disgruntled people that might enjoy that.
Exactly. You're going to get a lot of people that are atheists like me.
And their votes
that
probably
are gonna
won't count.
I don't
So
give a
what's
shit
the
about the
point?
Democrat versus Republican. I care about somebody who's going to do the job.
Exactly.
But on my other topic, when it comes to Donald Trump, I have a premonition.
Oh, go for it, please.
It's going to be another 2-pack.
Excuse me, please?
You mean he's going to get
Biggie?
shot
Who's
in a
Biggie
casino?
in this scenario?
So what's going to happen is he's
Cheney.
going to be shot, assassinated, killed, and no one's going to be found guilty.
And he'll still keep talking decades after his death.
Greg, if this happens, you're going to be found guilty. You've just planned it.
Do you know what? I've had several...
I want Al Gore as president.
No.
He sounds so horror.
No.
Global warming, guts and blood.
Al Gore
Hello, my
was a
dearie. I am Al
terrible
Gore.
politician.
Welcome to my dungeon. I invented the internet. Sorry,
That's a deep cut.
that's really unfair. Like the thing he was saying, he was kind of he was one of the main movers in getting the internet instigated. He just phrased it really poorly, and Wired jumped on it unfairly, and it just went from there.
Oh, it was amazing though.
It was amazing.
The shitstorm that came out of that.
Donald Trump, what a shame. I think it's a good thing that it seems really unlikely that he's not going to be voted in. It's just a shame that his opposition, like Hillary Clinton.
Oh, yeah, I just don't care for her.
No,
No, she's
but-
made too many mistakes.
And the problem is because of the way American politics works, is the votes for the Democratic Party that should go to Bernie Sanders, some of them are going to be split to Hillary,
Yeah,
which is going to
a shame,
weaken,
'cause-
which is going to weaken their bid. It's
Yeah, but that's
ludicrous.
only for the pre-selection, so it will come down to...
Yeah, it's not between
At the
those
moment, they're
three
just
yet.
voting for pre-selection. Eventually, one of them...
It's like our
will-
leader of the party.
Yeah, one of them will be pulled out, and it will just be Bernie Sanders going for president against whoever it is that's in the Republican Party. And it'll be 1 versus 1, and whoever independent-wise sticks a hat in will be able to do that.
I feel like we've probably talked our way around in circles and don't know what the fuck we're talking about for a while.
I do.
We really need...
I do
American versus
have
American.
one point to make. Is the USA voting Trump in the political equivalent of the UK voting Farage in?
Nigel
Oh,
Farage.
interesting. Now,
Based on hate mongering,
If that
working on a
happens-
right wing basis.
Well, first of all, I'll kill everyone in this country, and then I'll move away because
the thing is, I've never, I can't objectively look at something Farage has done and see him destroy it and work it to the ground and just lay waste to everyone below him, like Trump has with so many of his businesses.
Oh yeah.
However,
Yeah,
you
but
cannot
that
vote
might-
for a man
that
on
might-
a. You,
Farage
the
isn't a
morals come
billionaire.
into it at some point.
Yeah, but like also,
I'm not
also
looking at
you got
economic
to
numbers
bear
here.
in
I'm
mind.
talking at basic
You got,
human.
you got to bear in mind, like
Economic.
UKIP wouldn't have been voted in on the huge majority. They would have been fought every step of the way by the opposition, and nothing too bad would have happened anywhere. Simple fact on that.
I like the way you raised your hand like that as you said Nigel.
Oh shit, with my right hand as well.
That was well
Left hand up,
Hitler
Joe
salute
Gilbert.
right there.
Yeah, Joe Gilbert.
All right,
Joe
cool.
Gilbert. Right.
Joe Gilbert.
Let's can we throw one last one into the
Nope,
mix?
because we're about 20
we're
minutes
out.
into the second hour, so we need to
Oh,
stop this
you
shit. Oh, how much? Although saying that, how much of the last segment I'm going to have to cut because we're so factually incorrect that it's just not.
Dude, we're English talking about American politics. Fuck it.
Yeah.
In right accents.
Do you know
Thank
what,
you.
Tom? We are
In left
speaking.
accents.
We are speaking as factually about American politics
Right accents,
as
like
the majority of
Southern.
Americans.
That's Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly.
However, I am feeling we
His
are
wig
definitely that
scares me.
podcast at the start of Tusk. So we need to wrap this shit up.
The thing is, we need to understand that once it goes out into the internet, it can't be taken away.
So
However, it can be edited. So let's get on with it.
it's always easy to ask for forgiveness than a
Permission.
So we're gonna do the Australian national
clap in.
anthem
No,
in
no.
honour of Greg.
No, that's Australian. That's Australian.
I don't need to wake up.
It's different.
Yeah, no, it's
No, it's like
basically
clap in.
It's a folk
it's
all right, I'll do it.
basically the national anthem.
Na, 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 na.
Share and tell a friend. Our website is pottopicpodcast.com. Sign up to our newsletter. We should probably do something with that, Beth.
No, right.
Our Twitter is @pottopicpodcast.com. Our Facebook and Tumblr, just search Pot Topic Podcast. Our Instagram is @pottopicpodcast. Emails @pottopicpodcast.com. Send us your feedback, contact, chat to us. ASL, yeah? Rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Don't know why you're still using Stitcher. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like the video on YouTube. And for some reason, I have someone's phone number at the bottom here. So, Hot Topic Podcast listeners, if you call 01272. Good night!
Wang.
Worst,
Wang.
Let it go.
Wang.
Let
Wang.
it go.
worst exit
Wang.
ever, and then Boshti Kebab.
Music used in this episode was Meatball Parade by Kevin MacLeod with Competech.com. It's licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Please see the MP3 comment tag or show notes on hottopicpodcast.com for more information.
Wang.
I'm a
Wang.
big,
Wang.
big circle.
Wang.
Wang.
Hello.
I've got a new sound test word. It works really well.
Piggyback, 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 piggyback.
Hello.
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 Wang.
Wait,
Wang.
wang.
Wang. Wang.
Piggyback,
Wang.
piggyback, piggyback.
Fine.
Or in the immortal words of Gunther, Wang.
Clever.
Silence, everyone.
Lol.
Are we ready for silence?